connecting to the real nerds is so easy. You can go to our website, realnerdspodcast.com. You can like us on Facebook. We have a Twitter account, @RealNerds. We also have Instagram. You can call us, 720-6nerds5. You want to email us? You can do that too, realnerds@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the show.
Hi, my name is Paul Caroli, and I host a podcast called Changing Denver. It's a monthly show about our city's physical spaces, how we make them, and how they make us. But it's so much more than that. It's the conversations, ideas, and stories that define Denver's perpetual state of flux. Find more from our team at changingdenver.com and join the conversation on Twitter @ChangingDenver. Denver's changing. We can help.
This is Zach Howard, and you're listening to the Real Nerds Podcast.
Welcome to Real Nerds Podcast, unofficially the official podcast of Denver Comic Con 2017 and possibly beyond. I am Ryan. With me always is
Brad
and
James
and
Henry
and
Zach.
And every week on Real Nerds Podcast, we go and podcast our experience of the world. It's because we see a movie.
That was a close one.
Every day we have a stroke.
That's like that little turbulence on a plane just before you hit the ground and stick the landing.
Every podcast we podcast.
I've been outside for a few hours. I met Lightning McQueen today, so
Oh, ka-chow!
Yeah.
Some kind of Roger Rabbit Toon World hijinks.
It's the Cars 3 tour that the Alamo Drafthouse had in their parking lot today.
Oh, dope! That's cool.
Yeah, so I watched a little bit of the Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales. Is it Caribbean or Caribbean?
I don't think there is a standard.
I know. I always I don't know. I'm just curious.
Do you have to ask consent before you drive Lightning McQueen?
No, he drives himself, bro.
Okay.
Ka-chow.
If you try to drive a car from Cars, it's like you're ripping open their head and stepping inside their brain.
Like I said,
That sounds like an Aqua Teen episode.
It should be.
you need doctor's consent before you do that.
So on Real Nerds Podcast, we go see a new movie.
Yay!
And we podcast our experience of the world. We saw Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales.
Yay!
Or
Salazar's Revenge, which it's called in every other country.
What's it called?
What?
Salazar's Revenge.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
Salazar's Revenge.
Salazar
one more
being the
bottle of
ghost
rum.
man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So stay tuned to the end of the show. We'll review the movie and also spoil it. We also talk about movies we've been watching, movie news, stuff that's coming out on Blu-ray and 4K. And we also talk about someone being a total fucking asshole on this show. I heard you have some art house asshole stuff for us, Henry.
Yeah, I got some
Pretentious
stuff.
motherfucker.
I love art house movies. You can call me Mr. Asshole.
Yeah. I do. Am I just going to go into it?
Yeah, that's your cue.
Oh, it's my cue. Okay, cool.
Segues.
Okay. Well, this week, the review. Gee, I don't know. I thought it was just like just doing a rundown.
Segways are not just a self-driving two-wheel cart.
Okay, so this week, our house asshole is on Neruda. Neruda is directed by Pablo Larraín.
Is that the animated ninja cartoon show?
It is.
Okay.
It's not.
Pablo Larraín, director of Jackie.
Jackie, as well as No, as well as The Club, which I reviewed also earlier this year. But yeah, it's the story of Pablo Neruda, who was a poet in Chile, who after World War II was wanted by the police for being a communist. And this film, where it's, I think one thing I want to give to Pablo Larraín, he does very unconventional biopics like we've seen in Jackie. This film, where it's a biopic on Pablo Neruda, it's not really about him. It's about the guy. It's about the guy who works for the police that's trying to track him down, and it evolves to being more of a cat and mouse kind of thing, where the mouse doesn't give a shit, and so it's all about how both of them are really bad at what they do, and it's almost a comedy in a way. It's very Pablo Larraín if you've seen any of his other work, but I thought it was okay. It wasn't the best, but it was all right.
Cool.
But yeah, and so do you want me to save the news for the news segment, or
Sure.
yeah, we'll just do the news. So.
Okay.
We also see movies at Alamo Drafthouse. We have 2 of them in Denver now, but one of them doesn't really have too many special events because they're still opening.
Yeah.
So this is what's playing at the Alamo Drafthouse, Littleton. Tough Guy Cinema presents Over the Top with Sly Stallone.
Hell
I'll be there.
Big
Are you going?
arm wrestling.
Awesome. Don't look at me like that.
I would say you should attend the Clue movie party, but it's been sold out for weeks. Graveyard Shift presents Possession.
Oh, that's a good one. It's right up my alley of art house
Wait,
assholes. So.
is that the one? Is that the one where the poster is like trees, but the trees say possession?
No,
Sam
no.
Neill's
you
in
remember
it.
the trailer at the beginning of Alien Covenant?
Oh.
Where that woman's
Oh,
like
yes.
crashing around the side of the wall of a tunnel.
You had
I'm
me
like,
at you had me at Sam Neill. Yeah. Okay. I
Wait,
remember
what is
that.
she doing, Zach?
She's like
going-
thrashing herself.
No.
She's got like a
And
bag of
doing this,
groceries.
I'm not joking.
Well, if no one can see Zach, but he's like trying to shake tits and going,
My man tits are
Shimmy.
there that we don't have to draw attention to them.
It's a shimmy.
Unless
I'm
you want
I'm
to,
just
baby.
painting a picture for everybody.
I know. It's a terrible picture.
Stunning.
What's also cool in Colorado is we have a drive-in and stuff that happens around town. And a segment I call
Flying through the show. What?
Let's Hang Out with Brad Around Town. I'm hanging out with Brad around town. He's bringing his camera to the symphony. Around town.
I'm just gonna keep letting you go. See how far you get.
He drives a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's gray and
It's not a Grand Cherokee.
I'm trying to pump you up,
And the
bro.
license plate is
used to.
L14. No, I'm just-
And Brad's social security number is 555-67255.
Damn it! Now I gotta register with the government again.
He has a Nebulous Visions credit card that is Spherix's domain. The number for that is Visa.
and if you want a copy of his birth certificate, email.
Just pay Ryan $50.
That's all it's worth to you, man.
Following passwords
So
apply.
Well, $50 all pop. You know.
I hope that for episode 400, there's just a compilation that's 3 hours long of all of the different intros.
Raw
for this
Ryan.
Oh,
Strips.
yeah. By the way, my mom would like to thank you for that. She listened to all 40 minutes and wanted to blow her unbrains out. By the time it was over.
Because she realized how horrible her son is.
No, it started with. No. Let's just say that when you see her tomorrow, she has words.
For me?
I mean, it was 45 minutes, so like, if she just hung in there another 5, she would have made it.
Or 45, yeah, whatever it was. No, she finished it. She
Okay.
finished it.
So are you grounded?
Man.
So yeah, the drive-in has rotated their lineup, and they've moved Guardians of the Galaxy. I should specify it's the 88 drive-in and not the Denver Mart drive-in, so don't go to one expecting this lineup. So Guardians of the Galaxy is first, followed by Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, and then they end the night with Lowriders.
Which I've never seen a trailer for,
I've
but,
been meaning to
It's
see
a
it for a while.
Blumhouse Tilt
Is it?
production. Yes. With Demian Bashir.
but it's made money, so
No, yeah. It's,
Blumhouse knows what they're doing.
Of course, all movies start when the light goes down, so there's no specific start time. It's just
About
when it
8:45 right now.
about 8:45 right now.
Wow.
Cool. And if you watch all 3 movies, you'll be there till like 3 in the morning.
Oh,
fun.
shit.
But hey, $8 can't go wrong.
Yeah, all for $8, great deal. And
Cheaper than a nightclub.
it's fun.
I've
It's
never
outdoors.
been to a nightclub.
You don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to? Do you go to nightclubs ever?
I mean, I don't personally go, but I've been there with people who went because that was their night out, and yeah, it's boring.
It's definitely, you need to be a certain type of person to
You're saying I
enjoy
don't
them.
belong in a nightclub? I don't even know a name of a
I
nightclub.
mean, if there's a nightclub that had like video games playing on the wall, or
See?
that would be our nightclub.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
to be fair, the only nightclub I know in Denver is like a super gay nightclub. So like,
Well, I know Tracks because when I was in theater, and that's where all the boys went.
yeah, like
But me, I know the church. I know the church and Tracks because
oh yeah, true. I forgot about that one. Yeah,
those are the only ones I know.
I saw a drag show at Trax.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
yeah.
No, I've never I'm not that kind of type.
And you're like 35 now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm
Like,
old
yeah.
as fuck. So
I'm sorry, I had to turn my head and look at him because it was the only way we were going to get him to stop.
I was glancing at him like multiple times throughout this conversation.
When I just did
See,
this, you got to
when-
do the slow dramatic.
you guys
turn.
have been on the show for 6 years. You just tune them out.
No, yeah, like I'm getting there. Like so.
Not me. I'll hold him accountable each time.
That was really good.
And
what's
then-
playing at the Esquire?
Yeah, the Esquire is Clueless this week. So
Wait, is it Clueless or is it the movie Clueless?
Both.
Hey, that's
It's
a
both.
James joke. Good job.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah, bad.
spoiler for 3 weeks from now, they're showing The Greatest Film of All Time for midnight in 3 weeks.
What's
so,
that?
Well, what do you think?
Army of Darkness?
he shoots, he scores.
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Come on, Slam.
Star Wars.
You're welcome
Jam.
to the jam.
Space Jam?
Space Jam, yeah. Greatest film ever made.
Well, if you got there is a steelbook of it at Best Buy.
What?
That thing you do, the best film of 1996.
Yeah.
That's the next night. So
Ro-
it's a weird pairing.
Actually, I can't wait till we do 1987 Film Explosion.
I know.
Oh,
we have a lot of films
Yeah, the
to get
number one
through
film will be James Hart.
this year.
So it's
Whoa.
not greatest film of
Oh, you did
2017
explode from your
Rock
dad's
Dog?
testicles.
Whoa, fuck off. Wow.
That was pretty good.
Oh,
Yes!
Man, that was awful. Oh. Man. All right, well.
Great.
I just killed the podcast.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Carol. Please still listen.
Let's see what else is going on. Oh, yeah, Open Screen Night is on Tuesday.
Fun.
Yeah.
Full
What are you
show.
bringing this week?
Me personally, I'm just going to show my demo reel.
Cool.
So of all the
Am I in it?
yeah,
Sweet. Then
Really?
it's a winner.
Realist Pod Show clips are in it. Yeah.
Well, because I just,
Well, I can't win because I.
well, yeah, I mean, you don't have to win, but we know you're the
I
best.
mean, you can't
course.
win every week.
the best closes out the show at the night. So
yeah,
that's me.
exactly.
But it's the 6th anniversary of Open Screen Night celebration. So
Wow, really?
we're gonna be,
Celebrating 6 years of constant resurrection.
yeah,
I mean, it's the reality.
It's at the Bug.
yeah, at the Bug
Yeah.
Theater. Thank you. 7 p.m. Tickets are $5, and come hang out, and it'll be fun.
Yep.
And you can win prizes, possibly, if you get the
Nice.
right raffle ticket
You know what you can't win?
or the best video.
A copy of Real Nerds Pod Show Season 1 on Blu-ray. Only one copy exists. At Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics.
I actually have a couple more. You're right. You're right.
It's going fast.
Sorry, I forgot they melted in my car.
Yeah.
So,
Brad, you got to create demand, and then we have a
I'm
special
sorry.
limited
I'm
edition.
too honest.
Yeah, we have to create demand. There's one left, and we need it to go away.
This one, however, costs like $1,000. So because it is the
You know what
last
we need
one.
to do is make like gold cartridges ones, like,
Ooh, like
Legend
Zelda.
of Zelda.
Yeah.
Special editions.
You know what gets me excited though is like when we ever do season 2, like I already have the art for it in my head, and I just can't wait to get to it.
I know, we already have like 3/4 of an episode filmed, too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You just need to write 5 more episodes.
Is it possible to print your own steelbooks?
I wish.
Okay.
I mean, you can talk to Scanovo, but I'm sure it'll be like
You can talk to Scanovo.
there's probably a minimum order of I don't know
Why don't you
50,000.
both talk to
and-
Scanovo?
Who the fuck is Scanovo?
No idea.
They make DVD cases.
He sounds like a real dick, though.
This scan guy sounds like an asshole.
Who is Scanovo?
The last thing I want to mention, because I came from the symphony, and it's coming up in about 2 months.
hoity-toity.
I was just going to say, you're so high class.
I just came from the symphony, and I saw the program schedule and
the schedule.
schedule.
I accidentally spilled champagne all over my shirt.
Excuse me while I drink from this highfalutin flute. Flutant. There's a Zelda concert. I think the Friday of Denver Comic Con weekend,
And then when is that other one that you told me about that sounds amazing?
and then July 12th and 14th, I believe, is the La La Land concert. So,
July 9th, I'll be there.
Are they just showing La La Land?
dick. They're showing the movie, and then there's
Oh.
the accompanying
Oh, okay,
orchestra.
good. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the movie's good. I honestly don't want to just sit and listen to the music.
I would.
Yeah. Good.
Well, not for like a concert. I would rather. I want to see the movie.
I would.
The movie's really good.
I just watched the Star Wars one. Like, you can just sit through the music, and it's still good.
Yeah.
Which they played, like, they've ended the program with Rogue One scores and
Oh, cool.
Force Awakens,
Oh, very
which
cool.
I didn't expect. I figured they would just do all the classic stuff.
Yeah.
And the conductor's last name is Dragon. It's
Oh,
badass.
What, is his
Nice.
first name Grand?
No.
no, that would not be badass.
I think it's, what is it, Charles
I'm
maybe?
just saying, that's a dangerous
Charles
name to
Dragon.
have.
Oh, God.
Chuck Dragon.
Do you think he changed his name
Good old Chuck Dragon.
Maybe.
to Charles
Chuck
Dragon?
Dragon is one thing. You were
Conductor.
asking for Grand.
I know.
Oh, Christopher.
Christopher
Dragon.
Dragon.
Chris Dragon.
Dragon, the conductor.
It's really animated. It's
It's
entertaining.
pretty good, yeah.
He wore costumes while he He was a
No, that's
a
just how
Jedi
he
first
lives.
and then a Darth Vader second.
If your last name is Dragon, those are the only clothes you own.
Jedi clothes.
Just nerd costumes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Cool.
what's happening around town.
Cool. Every week we unspool news in a segment we call Movie News. No, we call it Real News.
It's real news.
I was gonna say there's something.
I'm Kurt Loder. Any people who watch MTV in the 90s? Hello?
I wasn't born yet.
I was gonna do that, man. Oh,
How many
okay.
episodes can you push Kurt Loder? I'm just curious.
Just one. Oh, I did mention him earlier.
Yeah.
Big crazy news first, or all the sad news first?
Big crazy news.
Okay. I genuinely feel like this is maybe the most insane piece of the biggest, craziest piece of news we've talked about maybe on the show. So Joss Whedon is now directing Justice League after Zack Snyder stepped down due to family
Suicide.
Tragedy.
Whoa, fuck. Man, just run into it.
You missed the very careful conversation we were having about this before.
I was sitting around his bullshit. Like, you can read it online.
I know.
Take a picture
I know.
of his instant
That's
reaction
part
to
of my
that eating
problem.
a chicken
Here,
McNugget.
wait. You guys got to be like a newscaster.
Yeah.
Rewind it.
Suicide? So
Tragic news out of the world of movies today.
There you go.
As Zack Snyder stepped down as director of Justice League to attend to his family because of his suicide of his daughter Autumn. Joss Whedon has stepped in to take his place.
yeah.
Nailed it.
That's how you do it. Fuck, guys.
So
And
you
then
do
you
it.
end with more news at 10.
I think I sounded exactly like that until
Nope.
suicide happened. Anyway,
No, it's sad.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, it's awful. I will say I think that Warner Brothers controlled this message really, really well. It came out and just immediately everybody was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Like this, the tragedy happened 2 months ago, so it's like
Yeah.
they really kept the lid on
And
it.
I get why Zack Snyder went right back to work. I mean, sometimes you need
Yeah.
to clear your mind, but when you're sitting alone in an editing booth and just staring at something, I mean, that's hard to...
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't even imagine losing a child that way, so...
It's different than occupying yourself on set.
Yeah, it's because, I mean, you're alone with
Yeah.
an editor.
Yeah, I mean, I would say if not to try to throw blame around, but I'm surprised Warner Brothers let him do it. Like, if it were me, I would have been like, no, maybe we should,
Makes you wonder how much more he has to do.
yeah. I don't.
Obviously,
I don't
quite
mean
a
step
big,
away.
because
I mean
if they
direct
brought
it,
in
yeah.
someone like Joss Whedon...
Yeah.
I mean, that means they're still shooting stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounded. I mean, in the announcement, it definitely sounded like there's still stuff to do and real
Like
character
pickups and
scenes to
stuff,
happen. Yeah, but it's not just pick
I mean, pickups like
shots of
dialogue
skulls
scenes.
rolling down a hill. It's it's actually character building scenes.
I'm sure it's also if it was just editing, they probably would have brought in a second unit director, and they wouldn't have gotten rid of him completely. So.
Yeah, they would have probably done it a bit more hush hush because
Yeah.
there is when we were talking about this beforehand, the real tragedy of this is, I mean, obviously,
daughter
is-
died?
yes, but I mean, I'm sorry, that was a poor use of the
Reword
phrase.
that.
Yes, I'll say it this way: the shitty thing about the internet is that if it were most other people, especially big directors, if it were Ridley Scott or if it had been Joss Whedon on Avengers or something like that, they probably wouldn't have had to tell everybody why. To me, it's too bad that he even had to say, right? It would have been nice if he could have kept his family stuff
Off of
to
the,
himself.
Off of the headlines, yeah.
Well,
I don't think
too,
they had
though,
a
it
choice.
brought a lot of awareness, and it's helped. And people have been donating to suicide prevention things for
Yes.
it, and that's good too.
That absolutely, yes. It is.
So it's, and I was saying earlier, I think this has been planned for a little bit, and I think Joss Whedon rolled it into his Batgirl deal. He says, "Yeah, I'll help out. I'm gonna if you let me do Batgirl." I'm sure if they're friends, he probably would have done it anyways. But
yeah, I think if it probably makes a lot of sense if he was already there, sort of talking to them.
Yeah.
and then it's oh, hey, we have this emergency.
would you mind
but
stepping in?
they did. They released the news really, really well and,
Yeah.
and handled it really well. So
and also probably get shared credit.
I'm
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
yeah.
wondering, but do you think he would maybe say, you know what, I don't need shared credit. Just make it Zach's film. I'm just here to make sure it gets.
Well, I think
finished.
because of
I could see
DGA
that.
rules,
I know, that's
he
what I
might
was-
have
that-
to have his name on
That's
the
what
screen.
I was thinking
Yeah.
too. But do you think the DGA would in certain instances be like, you know what, Probably not because they're
Well, I mean,
union.
like he could request that he just say like, "Can I get a second unit director credit?" Like,
Yeah.
it could
like
it could be that he doesn't take a director credit.
There are ways to work around this.
Yeah.
And this isn't a thing that has happened that many times.
I don't know.
It's not
No
like
time.
it's not like we've I mean, that's why I talked about it the way I did. Is like I can't think of another time that this happened like this ever. It's crazy because literally Warner Brothers went and got the other guy who made another movie like no one really thought you could pull off putting a bunch of superheroes in a movie, and they went and got the guy who did it once, which is pretty insane. Like every layer of this is crazy news.
Yeah.
It's like the closest analogy I can find. It really isn't even that close of one, but it's just like when Josh Trank stepped out of Fantastic Four and they got Bryan Singer to do the rest.
Yeah.
So
sure.
Which, I mean, this one's a different thing because the director stepped out willingly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Josh Trank's an asshole.
And most of the time, like, does here's maybe the way to ask the question is, where does Bryan Singer's name show up on King Kong?
Exactly. Oh, King Kong.
Oh yeah, because of the inner
Yeah.
term where
Yeah,
Bryan
he
Singer
came
did some
he came
work
in
on
for
it.
like 2 days, obviously, which isn't much, but I have to imagine his name's in the credits there somewhere.
At least a thank you.
You know, that might be where maybe that's how you pull that out.
But again, Whedon's not pulling a 2-day give my friend a rest period.
I know.
He's pulling a lot of the post production.
Yeah. Well,
So-
but that's my point. Is like maybe that's however they solved that problem is how they can solve this.
It
one
is
and
interesting
still put
though
his name
too.
on
You
it.
think because they obviously have most of it done.
Yeah,
and they're
just
going
trailers.
Yeah, and so the editing part is, I'm sure Whedon's just probably getting, hey, this is what I want. This is what I want to do. Can you take care of this? Or do you think he's actually going to go in and tweak scenes and edit stuff? And
I think he's got to. I mean, it's not.
It sounds
It's not in the can enough that you know. Otherwise, Zach probably would have just finished it.
But he
Right.
also said that he was going to adhere to certain notes that Snyder had
Right.
instructed.
I mean, if they're still filming stuff, there's plenty of work to do. And it seems like from what we're seeing on Wonder Woman, and and just the way that Marvel works, like if they're still filming, if there's a trailer out with finished CG, but they're still filming stuff, it's entirely possible that like they're getting into more of that Marvel kind of production, post production, where they keep going back to the movies and beating them until they really work. Which means there's a lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
Just because
6 months away, a little less than 5 months.
Yeah, it's probably a full-time job for at least 3 months.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, if they stopped working in July for it, I would be more concerned. Like
We're good. Just wash their hands and walk away, and they're like, "Yeah, we're good." Like, yeah, that's not going to happen. So it's going to be interesting. That's crazy news.
Yep.
It's still probably arguably my most anticipated film of this year. So
Not mine.
There's a Star Wars movie this year, man.
I'm not that big of a Star Wars guy.
What the fuck?
He grew up with the prequels.
I grew up with Episode 1. So
Oh. All right. Roger Moore died this week.
Sir Roger Moore.
Sir Roger Moore, you're right.
Show some respect.
Yeah. Wow. Show respect for that corpse.
Star of The Quest.
Yep, Star of the Quest. And nothing else. Wait, Quest and Cannonball Run.
Yeah, you're right.
I think he's in Spice Girls too, right?
he is,
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Oh, wow.
So nothing else. The guy did nothing else.
He was Roger Spice. So.
89 years old, though,
Yeah,
so
good
good
run.
for him.
Good
man.
run.
Yeah. Really
Oddly enough,
fantastic.
I didn't realize this older than Sean Connery by like 2-3 years.
Really?
Yeah. Sean Connery's like 86. He was 89. So there you go.
That's interesting. Wow.
So when Sean decided to call it quits, they said, let's get a guy 3 years older than him.
When at the symphony they brought up that John Williams is 85 years old, I was like, they really need to get that third Star Wars movie finished because it's gonna be really weird to have like one movie without his score on it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's already one Star Wars movie without a score on it, but
Yeah.
I want Weird Al to do episode 9. That's my pitch.
they
Weird
mentioned
amount of accordion in this soundtrack.
they also acknowledged Michael Giacchino like coming in and doing the Rogue One score like in a month
Yeah.
for the symphony too, and listening to it, like a lot, you can't blame him, but a lot of the songs sound like reorganized versions of John Williams' scores.
Yeah.
So like they have the same notes, but they're all out of place.
Yeah.
So
It was also like I met him this year, Michael Giacchino, and
I
through my
hate-
school.
I hate you.
okay.
I hate you
Anything
so
else,
much.
New York?
what's his number?
I
Can you give me his number?
I just hate you right now.
But he did. One of the questions someone asked him was like, "What was it like doing the Star Wars thing?" And he said, like, they called me in. I went in. They said, "You have this long," and I said, "Do you have anywhere I can start?" And so,
and they handed him a VHS copy of A New Hope and said, "Here."
It's a shame.
There's 40 years of history.
I just realized you're the Ryan Howard of our group.
Sorry.
I live life.
The baseball player.
How did he smell? Before we move on,
I was sitting too far away to tell. So
why didn't
No
you
James
get
Marsters.
closer?
He didn't have a smelloscope.
It's a shame he's got an interview on Movies with Malton this week, but he doesn't talk about the Star Wars job at all. It's a shame.
I will say, of the people I
probably
met
not a lot of
on
fun
that
to
trip,
talk about,
he
right?
was
Like-
the nicest one. So
Aww. I would imagine that's not a really fun thing to talk about because he probably sits back and goes, "Man,
He probably lost like 50 pounds.
yeah." And I bet he's sitting there going, "Like, man, if I'd had more time, I could have done a really good Star Wars movie. I really hope this isn't my Star Wars movie, right?"
well,
Like,
he's been
and
in
it's not
he's been in
terrible.
Disney's hands for years.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
He's doing
So, like,
Spider-Man.
I always expected that he would pick up the main films when because he's
He's also like a really young guy too.
Yeah.
So like,
I just
Imagine if John Williams doesn't get to do 9.
Yeah.
Like they'll probably grab him.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
for
I
it.
imagine whatever or whatever comes after if there is a 10 or whatever
Or the
wherever
Han
it
Solo
goes,
movie.
Yeah.
I imagine that they will get him to do like whatever that main drag is.
I'll throw it for a loop and say Danny Elfman gets episode 9.
how old is he?
No,
He's too for
All the
Yeah.
all the TIE fighter fights are just like.
see, I would be good. Like I was actually excited about them getting somebody different for Rogue One, but obviously whatever it was wasn't really working. So I would expect that for the Han Solo movie, you'll get somebody who isn't a
Daft Punk.
John Williams esque
Protege.
composer. Yeah.
The Chemical Brothers.
Oh yes.
I just pulled that out of my ass
A
because I watched
dubstep Star Wars.
more
score.
like Hannah Solo. Am I right? Oh, yeah. That is great.
They get like the most out of like left like Skrillex. Just like the
Oh, that would be good.
Chewie, we gotta go.
Taylor Swift. Anyway,
I don't know what we're
there's
talking about.
We're just saying names of pop stars and hoping one of them sticks to the wall.
yeah. There's no good segue for this. Lisa Spoonhour also died this week at the age of 44.
Who would know?
Best known
Yeah.
for Clerks. She's the one of the ladies from Clerks.
Caitlin
plays
Bray.
Caitlin Bray, yes.
Didn't she suck 37 dicks in a row?
No, that's Veronica, and that's Marion
kidding.
Liotti.
what a legacy.
Yeah.
She's the one who fucked a dead
I
girl in the
know.
bathroom.
Dead
Yep.
dude.
Dead dude.
Yeah, she would have definitely known. Never mind.
She's in catatonic shock.
Man. Yeah,
it's a shame.
really
She was
too
like
bad.
only 44 years old, died
Yeah.
young,
Bummer.
Yeah, had
had a
two
husband.
kids and a husband.
Yeah.
So, really too bad.
O'Halloran and Gigliotti sent really nice eulogies out on Facebook and whatnot. It was interesting.
All right. Well, we'll bring this back up to fun time. Spider-Man trailer this week.
Huh, I don't know if anyone's heard it. Here it is.
Finally, here we go.
Good evening, Peter.
Whoa!
You have 576 possible web shooter combinations.
That is awesome. I can keep that suit?
Yeah, doesn't fit me.
So when's our next retreat?
What, next mission? We'll call you. All right? That's not a hug. I'm just grabbing the door for you. We're not there yet. All right, kid. Good luck out there.
Hey, Peter. You coming tonight? I can't tonight. I got the Stark internship. What's up, guys? Mr. Stark, here's my report for tonight. I stopped the Grand Theft bicycle. Hey, could you do me a favor? Hold on to that. Is this anybody's bike? Oh, I helped this old lady and she bought me a churro. So, that was nice. I just feel like I could be doing more. Wait a minute. You guys aren't the real Avengers. Hulk gives it away. New move I'm working on? Not bad. Oh, God, this feels so strange. Hey-oh. These weapons are crazy dangerous.
Listen, Peter, there are people who handle this sort of thing. Can't you just be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
Let go of me! Let go of me!
Activating parachute.
The world's changing, boys. It's time we change, too.
This is my chance to prove myself.
We have a Spanish quiz.
You gotta get better at this part of the job.
I don't understand. I'm intimidated. Oh, hey,
our friends are up there. Hey, where are you going? What are you hiding, Peter? I'm just kidding, I don't care. Bye.
There's a ton of other subsystems in here, but they're all disabled by the training wheels protocol.
I'm sick of Mr. Stark treating me like a kid.
But you are a kid.
Yeah, a kid who can stop a bus with his bare hands.
Poor Brad.
Oh man. Yeah,
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that poster instead.
Let's not talk about that poster.
No, let's talk about it.
Here's what it sounds like. See, I turned down.
I'm going to insert sound effects of people crying and moaning. Like
Can you put in a sound effect of someone taping like stickers to a poster?
Yeah.
So.
That seems like a project they gave to some kid who just figured out Photoshop.
It looks like the bad DVD art from bootlegs.
No, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's honestly like I don't think it's an awful poster.
But it's very clear that it's not a great
It's
poster.
a very busy poster.
It's busy, yeah.
The international one's badass where Spider-Man's like sliding and the vultures
yeah.
behind him.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's a bunch of Mondo posters. Like, hire those guys to make your poster.
Or just leave it where he's lying on a step with the Avengers Tower in the background.
Yeah, that one's a good one too.
We get it. Tony Stark's in the movie.
Yeah. Well, there's like two of everybody. Like, there's Spider-Man, there's Tom Holland, there's Robert Downey Jr.
Iron Man.
And Iron Man.
And John
Michael
Favreau.
Keaton,
John Favreau for some reason is on that poster.
Is full, finally, after so many MCU films, he gets on the poster.
Happy Hogan is finally on the poster.
Yeah.
Not in any of the Iron Man movies. No, we're going to save him for Spider-Man.
And the Washington Monument's like right across the way from.
Yeah.
How much you want to
everything.
bet that poster's not going to see the light of day?
It's probably going to end up being that Spider-Man poster with the Twin Towers in it.
Oh, God, the one you got to find at a convention somewhere.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. I think most of the time, especially a like modern theater that has like the TV screens, they're going to use the motion poster where he's lying on his back.
It is the international poster also, which like in other countries, like they really like have to oversell.
Yeah.
You know, it's English trying to get over to a different audience. Yeah.
But I mean, it's still not good. But
Yeah, if
yeah,
it's
but
an
I
American
get
one.
why they did it. But
Yeah.
But the trailer was fun.
the trailer's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing, man.
Some might say spectacular.
Sorry.
James, shut your own mic off.
Some might say homecoming.
No,
That's not an adjective.
So my goal is the next one is called Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I've always wanted a movie to be Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
cool.
That's not bad.
And-
I mean, since they're doing subtitles, because, you know.
Yeah, I got to separate them.
Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can.
Ooh. Speaking of Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, he might be Nathan Drake in the Uncharted movie.
I think it's actually signed on for it. Like,
Yeah.
he
Yeah, I
is
know,
going
but
to be Nathan Drake.
until I see
So,
the trailer, you
so
know,
we got
just-
Tom Holland. We just need
Look,
to get
look.
Bruce Campbell.
We've been talking about Uncharted movies since we started the podcast.
Also true.
So, you
But
know.
I'm just glad it's not Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah. Oh,
But
man.
you have Tom Holland. You just get Bruce Campbell for Sully. And then
I would die.
I was reading that it's going to be that little scene from Uncharted 3 where
Yeah.
he's stealing stuff from museums. And
Yeah, that's what they should do. They
Yeah, I think so,
should
too.
totally just make it like a. I mean, not have it be Rapscallion because he's not young enough to be. I mean, that kid is like 12. But have him be like a thief and
Yeah.
Sully comes upon him and is like, "Kid, you can do better." And yeah, but I mean, there's some sad news there, which is that then you don't have Elena in it.
But then the next one you do.
Okay.
That's the after credit scene.
Yeah. Oh, yes. It's like there's a scene and there's either you're like in a I got it. You're in like a production studio and there's a guy behind a desk and he's like, "Oh, we're trying to make a thing about stealing gold. Elena Fisher, come here!" And then like you pan over and it's just like from Power Rangers where there's like a desk and it says Elena Fisher, but there's no one there because they haven't cast her yet.
No. The end credit scene is him arguing with Sully on a dock, and they're loading up the plane, and he's like, "Kid, we got to bring her along." And then she comes into frame.
Oh man.
And then you go into Uncharted 2.
And it's just Emily Rose.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
She's a little old for Tom Holland, but it's cool.
I don't care. I just like her voice.
Yep. Any Uncharted fans here besides me and James?
I like the first game.
Oh, man.
I'm currently playing through the first game. So
they're so good. They're it's just going to be amazing. I can't wait.
Yep.
I can't wait. This is the best thing that, other than, I mean, it's too bad that they're throwing out Mark, what's his face?
Wahlberg?
No, the guy who was writing it, the guy who did Narc and The Gray.
Oh, yeah, I know. I don't know his last name, though.
Yeah, I can't remember. Anyway, I was excited for that because I was like, oh, man, are we going to get like a rated R, like, really awesome Uncharted movie? But
I want to see him
that's
fight
okay.
Abominable Snowman. Is that possible?
Yes, all things are possible. Speaking of all things being possible, Hannibal Season 4 was said this week.
Yeah, I have no faith that's going to actually come to be.
No, I know. I said it
I
the
put
way
that
I said
on
it.
your wall as a joke.
I
like,
know. But no, but
I mean, I know.
Hope springs-
Conjuring it in my head.
Hope springs
I
eternal.
think yes.
I'm gonna save that for last because that's really fun. So, Resident Evil might get rebooted or is getting rebooted by James Wan.
Hopefully, they take it to like a real Resident Evil, like make it a zombie like
it's James
mansion
Wan, yeah.
movie. That'd be sweet.
Yeah,
I like the Resident
right
Evil
up James
movies. They're
Wan's
fun.
alley, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I will admit, I'm gonna be sad to see the Paul W. Anderson Resident Evil films go.
They'll always exist,
but
though.
I'm excited to see what he does next. You know,
I hope it's Three Musketeers too.
Event Horizon 2.
Something where someone's locked in the basement of something and doors open randomly.
Yeah, he should just make a movie called Basement.
He should just make Cube, man.
That's all his movies.
Yeah, but he would make a good Cube. That's not true. That's just not true. Joseph Kosinski is the front runner for Top Gun 2. We're still talking about Top Gun 2.
Didn't he direct Oblivion?
Well, it's because Tom Cruise said
Yeah.
they're filming it. And you know what? You do what Tom Cruise says.
I know. Val Kilmer said he's on board because what else is he
Will
doing?
he fit in the fighter jet?
I
anymore?
don't think so.
He is the fighter jet this movie. So.
Yeah, Val Kilmer has to be a teacher. Tom Cruise might still be flying
Oh,
jets.
he can. Are you kidding me? Tom Cruise hangs off the side of fucking jets. He can still fly one.
Yeah, but it also has to be
For
in
reals.
the actual Air Force.
There's totally gonna be a scene in the movie where Tom Cruise is like riding an F-16, but it's like,
Like in Hot Shots?
Bruce
He's surfing
Willis
it.
and Live Free or Die Hard.
Oh, that's how he has to say no. Okay, here we go. So there's like some young Top Guns, right? And they're learning to fly planes and do whatever the Top Guns do. I don't remember what happens in Top Gun. And
it's the lead flight school.
And
Top Gun is the name of the flight school,
right?
bro.
So at some point, basically, I'm going to steal the like plot out of Iron Eagle, and so like the new
a shitty movie.
The new kids have to go like save their dad or whatever in some other country, and then at the end, Tom Cruise shows up and just jumps out of a plane and like surfs on their planes to like save them, and he gets them out. Oh no, yes. So like they're gonna go eject, and the eject button isn't working.
He's the rider.
Hold on. There's gold coming. So
No, there's not.
Thanks for
one of
coming
the-
in, James.
One of the
We
kids
appreciate your pitch.
One of the kids like is trying to eject and it won't open. And so
Security.
he jumps out and he lands and he's like, I won't lose another one like Goose, and he like breaks the glass open and pulls them out of the planes right before they explode.
Nope.
Copyright New Orleans podcast. Yeah, you can go ahead and keep
Yeah.
that.
Keep that one. Keep that one, James. Copyright James Hart.
I just want there to be a scene where if, let's say, Iceman does come back, but he's like a teacher or something like that, whatever. Then all the kids go like, "Used to be Iceman, now we call him Fat Man."
You know who they should
Your
cast as
ego's
the young
riding
Top
checks your
Gun?
body can't cash.
You know who they should cast as the young Top Gun?
Who?
Dylan O'Brien, who is the second best
Okay.
runner.
Okay, you guys do know Top Gun is the name of the school, right? You don't cast Top Gun.
I'd never seen the movie.
Wait, his name's not Top Gun? It's Goose and Top Gun.
Hey, look, it's the Top Gun.
His name was Maverick, and then by the end he upgrades to Top.
No,
It's
I
like,
could beat your time,
It's like
Top.
Saruman the White. He after Goose dies. He upgrades to be
Professor
Top
Gunn. Professor Gunn.
What is that movie
I can't believe you've
about?
never seen Top Gun.
You've
Yeah,
never
well,
seen Top Gun?
Deal with it.
Well, you have a birthday coming up. I know what your birthday gift's going to be.
I'm sure they're going to show up the Alamo.
Just
at
give me the
some
Steelbook
point, so-
version.
Oh,
It's a
it's
Russian
happening.
villain going like, "I will blow those Top Guns out of the sky."
I mean, Russians as bad guys is fashionable again.
Ooh, what if it's like the Last Starfighter, where like Tom Cruise shows up and he's an alien, and he's gonna teach a kid to
You
fly
just
a
really
jet.
missed the
Top
80s,
Gun
don't you?
Resurgence.
Hey Ryan, how do you feel about Sam Mendes doing Pinocchio?
It'll look nice.
Are you excited for a Pinocchio live action movie?
If Robert Downey Jr. is still Geppetto, yeah.
All right. I think it would be good.
Yeah,
I want Sam
I
Mendes.
like Sam Mendes.
I want Sam Mendes to have fun again because I don't think he was on Spectre. So,
Well, when has he ever had fun?
um,
All his films are very depressing. So.
well, okay, yes, but when you watch like Road to Perdition or
I'd make an argument for Away We Go is not that depressing.
Oh yeah, I would too.
I don't know if I've seen that
The one with Maya Rudolph and John Krasinski.
Yeah,
He directed that?
Yes, he did.
Wow. Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
And his whatever Skyfall. I think he's clearly having fun, even if they are depressing.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Whereas
Agree with
like
that.
I watched Skyfall and I'm like, dude, you just directed the most boring car chase in like James Bond history.
You mean Spectre?
Well, Inspector. Yeah. Skyfall, he's having fun. Inspector, I don't think he's having
He's
fun
getting
at
a
all.
paycheck.
Yeah. So
the shot where Bond is on the boat looks really nice.
It does. Yeah.
And Bond does fall from a building and then lands on a couch like a cartoon character.
Yeah, but remember how cool the train,
jacket.
like that train sequence at the beginning of Skyfall is so cool. Like you watch that and you're like, this is fun. You guys had fun making this, you know? So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm excited. I want Sam Mendes movies.
Yeah, Pinocchio's
So-
dark, anyways.
Yeah. Oh man, the beer sequence will be really messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Hanks will be there.
Sweet. Oh, Tom Hanks would be awesome as like the coachman, like the bad guy.
Anyway, unless I forgot something, that's news.
Also, speaking of Tom Holland, Tom Hardy's going to be Venom.
Yeah,
we did that last week.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yep.
Eh.
so like, speaking of Tom Holland,
That should be a news segment, or a news piece every week.
Yeah.
And Tom Hardy's going to be Venom
until it,
It's been 40 years
until it dies.
Well, I was reading that the Silver Sable and Black Cat movie is going to have Spider-Woman in it too, and the Chameleon and Kraven.
Okay,
great. This just wow.
I would actually like to see a Jessica Drew like by herself movie, but what do I know?
Yeah, I mean that sounds like too many characters, and honestly, pulling out Kraven's not that easy in my mind to pull off. So,
And if I was Marvel, I'd fight to make sure that they don't, so they can do Kraven's Last Hunt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Because that's like because they're starting to run out of villains that they can do entire films on that have not been done before, and that's kind of the prime next one. So
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, someone needs to go back to Sony and remind them that they made a really good decision, and they should stick to it.
Sony, I know you're going to make a lot of money with this film, but remember when you didn't?
I still think Mysterio would be a fun villain.
Yeah.
Treat it like kind of like a horror, maybe like a Scarecrow kind of villain, because he's not going to work as a dude who makes you hallucinate with a bowl on his head.
Well, I mean, they could go like the Scarecrow route.
Yeah,
but
that's
they
what I was
didn't-
thinking, like a
yeah.
fear toxin or something.
Yeah.
And he could have a wispy head like he does in the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah. Or keep the globe head. I think that'd be pretty
The
badass.
globe's
to see
cool.
on
Like,
screen.
oh,
that would be so cool to see
I mean,
on
you'd
screen.
make
I'd
it
fucking cry.
It'd be like a Prometheus costume, right? Like you'd have to make it look like realistic.
No,
but-
I want the cape. I want the
you
eyes
want,
on
you want
like,
the big green
gloves.
cape with like
Purple.
Oh yeah. Oh, his shirt's green.
Oh yeah, you're colorblind. Yeah, he's all green and his cape's purple.
Thank you.
You don't see capes in superhero movies very much, except for like
They get stuck in
Superman.
revolving doors.
They're
man.
practical.
Yeah.
And Batman.
Remember Mothman?
But they look cool.
Yeah. Yep. That's it.
All right. So can I do my Art House Asshole Real News segment? now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Doesn't need an intro. So the big one that we can just talk about. I'm doing it this week only this week because it's Cannes, and it's kind of like the big art house festival of the year. The big news came out of Cannes. Before I get into like what films we're showing and just kind of a rundown of what the good ones are. Basically, Cannes announced that from now on they're going to ban Netflix from being in their festival.
Why? Because Adam Sandler killed it this year.
We'll get to that. But
I know.
there's been a lot of like debate of like, are the movies that Netflix makes, are they actually movies or are they TV movies? And so
Wow, that's the most pretentious thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, I know. This is
it's
like,
Cannes. It's Cannes.
so not a conversation
You're
we're
talking
having.
about a film festival on the French Riviera. Of course, it's.
Oh, I'm
pretentious.
aware.
And so
But they have a 10-hour film about death in it.
yeah.
La Mort.
Yeah.
Howdy, Ryan Frost.
But basically they made a rule saying you do not qualify for the festival unless you have a French release in theaters.
Oh.
And so they could do it, but Netflix has also been very heavily, we will never do theatrical runs with our films. Like where it became last year was a problem because a lot of theaters wanted to show 13th in their theaters.
Right.
And they said no. They notoriously had 2 screenings, one in New York, one in LA, solely for Oscar, for eligibility, and they stopped completely.
It makes sense for me because it's their business model.
No, yeah.
They want people to subscribe.
Yeah.
And so, like some people are saying, like, and so it's kind of like the idea of what is the changing tide of film. Is it going to be? Are we essentially going to eventually see the end of theaters? Are we going to see, and which I don't think we will. I think most likely the thing that we're going to see happen.
It's the end of Con.
Yeah. It's not the end of Con. We've been around for, I think this is the 78th year. It's going to be around for a bit more.
Arrogance is always a winner.
Yeah.
You know what's really good? Setting yourself up against the tide of the future. Like there isn't a conversation here.
This is not like Con. They don't give a shit about money.
Good, because they're going to start losing it.
Because Con, the only reason it exists,
seriously.
Con is not a festival. Con is essentially you physically cannot go to. You can't, like, people don't. I don't think a lot of people know this, but you can't go to Con.
Yeah.
Unless you work in the industry, you have to be invited to go to Con.
Right.
And
the Denver 48-hour film from this year just went to Con.
Ew, really?
Yeah, they showed it there. Wander.
Wow, good
Yes.
job. Good
job, Stranger Studios.
But yeah, and so it's not really for like you go there in order to get a film made. You go there to discuss with people. Hey, can you give me money so I can make this film?
Yeah, the pavilion is really where a lot of the magic happens.
Yeah,
with it. Like,
you don't go to Con to see movies. You go to Con to get money.
The fastest way to make that less and less relevant is to cut out the people who are throwing their unlimited amount of money at making stuff and being risky. Like,
hey, I'll let you know that I think it's 3 years ago now. They got the final dollar they needed to make London Has Fallen. So they know what they're doing there.
Man, wow.
I mean, if you want to know, like, a rough idea how Con works, you can, like, there's a section of Electric Boogaloo that talks about this. Like,
Con has also changed since then.
Well,
but, like,
I know, but like that's an idea. But the idea is still the same. It's if you go into that pavilion,
Yeah.
you're going for foreign marketing and financing.
No, yeah,
same
100%.
thing happened with Drive. Is that they got most of the money to make Drive from the pavilion at Con.
Yeah.
They did not get it from Film District or whatever it was. Film District agreed to distribute the film in the U.S. So.
But yeah, so I just want to talk about that real quick, and then also just the films that came out of Con this year that are worth mentioning. In the Phase, German thriller. It stars Diane Kruger. Not great. Didn't get great reviews, but she won Best Actress. But also the Best Actress category was very weak this year. The Merowitz Stories, which is the one notoriously that Adam Sandler might be nominated for an Oscar for. That'd be a surprise. I'm welcoming it, but cool.
Noah Baumbach?
Directed by Noah Baumbach. It's going to be a Netflix original, so it'll be coming out there first. It's a family dramedy. So I'm not a fan of Noah Baumbach, but if you are, and that sounds up like your alley, I'll probably watch it just for Adam Sandler alone.
Yeah. And Adam Sandler's best movies are the ones where he's not trying to be so funny.
Yeah, and I think Noah Baumbach would be a great director to work with for him. Like what his style is. Okja, which is from the director of Snowpiercer, it's another Netflix original film. It stars Tilda Swinton, a couple other famous people in it. It looks weird. It's about Tilda Swinton plays a person who runs like a meat packaging company, and they specifically create this new creature. And they then kidnap one of it's a mixture between a hippopotamus, a rhino, and an elephant.
Awesome.
Called an Okja. And then Tilda Swinton kidnaps one of them, and the little girl who owns it then tracks her down and tries to get the creature back. Another Netflix original, so it'll be coming out soon. But that's Okja. 120 beats per minute. It's an AIDS film. Takes place in the 90s. It's French, so I'll be the only one that sees it. The Beguiled, which is Sofia Coppola's new film. Remake of The Beguiled with
Isn't it Beguiled?
Sure, whatever. I don't care.
They remade my movie.
But yeah, it's a remake of the Clint Eastwood film. Only difference is that this time it's from the female perspective. It got kind of okay reviews, didn't get great reviews, but I mean, it's getting.
Should have called it The She-Guiled.
Ooh, good idea. Happy End is Michael Haneke's new film about refugees. Wonderstruck is Todd Hayes' new film. Julianne Moore's in that. She'll probably be nominated for an Oscar for it because she learned sign language for it. Killing of a Sacred Deer. That is the new film from the director of The Lobster. It's my most anticipated film from coming out of the festival. It's a thriller.
Did the deer used to be a guy who was lonely?
No.
Okay.
But similar kind of. It's the same kind of themes.
All right.
Colin Farrell and Nicole Kidman play husband and wife who are both surgeons. They accidentally kill someone in a surgery, and then the son of that man decides, "I'm going to kill your entire family." And so and it's a thriller. So that's his new film.
I thought it was just going to be like a nice little hunting movie.
Oh no!
They're going to say they're surgically graft like a deer's body on like their son's.
It's apparently his most serious film, so which I'm very looking forward to.
A father teaches his son how to wrestle with the problems of the world by taking him hunting.
Yay!
It's a heartwarming thriller.
The Squares, new Swedish film. It won a con literally like 3 hours ago.
Oh.
It's from the same director who did Force Majeure, which barely missed my top 10 list of the 10 since 2011. It's a comedy, stars Lewis Moth, a couple other people. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a comedy about kind of like the human condition and what do we do when we have no rules. So
it's being released by Netflix, so you can all watch it in about 6 months.
It's not. I've said the two that are Netflix. You Were Never Really Here is taken, but not. But like.
But he can't do it.
But he can't do anything. He plays really bad at getting his daughter back.
It's like Taken, but he's just waiting at the airport the whole time.
They take his daughter and just like, well, she's gone.
Joaquin Phoenix is in it. He won Best Actor for it. Good Time is the only American film there. It's an A24 film. It's about Robert Pattinson plays one of two brothers who's
I'm out.
I will say it's an A24 film that I'm really not looking for. Even me, on my potential standards, I'm not really looking forward to it. It looks like it's the plot of Hell or High Water, but millennialized. So it's like neon colors and parties, and it looks stupid.
But God.
And then finally,
it's okay because Robert Pattinson.
They say he's really good in it, but he's never been good in anything, so it's not that high of a bar. And then
that one time where he was a boy wizard with that other boy wizard.
I thought he was a foot.
No, that's the kid from Hunger Games.
Loveless, which is a Russian film from the director of Leviathan. I'm looking forward to it. It's basically about a divorce going on, but while the divorce is happening, their son is kidnapped, and so the two have to put aside their differences in order to find their son.
Is one of them an assassin?
No, it's a Russian film. And then
so much sad.
Yeah, and then I can hear you.
He made me do it.
This is how our podcast is so great. I spitball ideas to Brad and see what he does with them.
And then finally, the new John Karen Mitchell film, How to Talk to Girls at Parties, was apparently it stars stars Elle Fanning as an alien who lands and then tries to seduce this punk rocker played by who's the guy who was in Paper Towns? Who's going to be in Death Note now? His brother plays the punk rocker.
Stan Sarah?
But apparently it was so bad that there have been standing ovations.
That's Paper Heart.
There have been standing ovations for some people. Like Adam Sandler got a 5-minute standing ovation for his performance. This film got I think it was a 10-minute booing session, which some critics said it was so bad it was unreleasable. So. Yeah, that's all stuff I want to talk about con that's coming out. I'm only mentioning it because it'll probably be stuff I review on Art House Asshole. So
great.
Look forward to those. Or don't. I don't care.
And we're back.
Thanks, Henry.
He dropped the mic, but he didn't do a mic drop.
It was a very sad and depressing. I guess
Le cinéma en français.
No, I appreciate it. We never talk about that stuff.
Avec Henri Chavez.
I remember
my Croatian production teacher calls me Henri Harvest.
Yeah.
So
I'm not so proud I do speak French.
That reminds me of one more thing for news.
Oh, sure.
A bunch of fragile men are upset that the Alamo Drafthouse is doing it.
Wonder
Woman only female screening.
I didn't talk about it because I hate to admit I'm one of them.
What?
Hold on.
You dick.
No. Let me defend myself. When they posted that, I was like,
kill him!
No. When they posted that, genuinely, my first reaction was, oh, that sounds like fun, and I can't go. And then I went, that's okay. But I did. My initial reaction was like, oh, that sounds like a lot of fun. I wish I could go.
You can go. It's playing in 4,000 fucking theaters.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, but with all the ladies, that'll be fun. They'll have a good time. Hold on.
I'm not going to make my wire
you can just
for you.
You can just go and say that you are you are a female, and then they can't say like.
True, yeah, I could. Well,
They
no,
could.
I don't want to do that. That's douchey. Then I'd be like all the other fucking
And not as
assholes on
douchey
the...
as the one guy who wants to go to all-female screening of Wonder Woman. Just putting it out there, James.
I just thought it sounds like fun.
I'm just saying that didn't stop Robin Williams from trying to see his kids in Mrs. Doubtfire. If
you really cared.
if a pair of if a pair of fake boobs and some lipstick is the only thing standing in your way,
I'll just show up with some
Cool
Whip on my face.
I mean, it's only that, like,
no. In all seriousness, the people who are really throwing fits about this are fucking assholes, and they should go home. But
I mean, it's like, cause like when I first read it, I thought, oh, that's stupid. Then I was like, but then again, I'm not a woman. And even if then people were like, why do all men screenings? If someone did an all male screening of like Man of Steel, I probably would avoid that screening.
Right. Yeah. What movie
It's also
would you do
all
that
of the
for?
funds are like going to charities. So like, how could really anyone have a problem with this? Like,
yeah.
Oh, I don't know, because they have penises.
It's not sexism, by the way. Like,
some people just need to complain about something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
They're called trolls.
Yep. This is coming out on Blu-ray and 4K HD.
DVD releases and Blu-rays.
so what's coming out on DVDs?
good question,
Nothing.
Henry.
What's coming out on Blu-rays?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm only interested in Video Now discs for my Video Now player.
Actually, there's a thing to note, because last week we talked about the Logan Noir coming out on Blu-ray and 4K.
Yep.
It's not on the DVD version, so if you're someone who still buys DVDs, you only get the
But
color
if
movie.
you got the sweet steelbook, you got Noir and Logan in 4K.
Yeah. Well, there was a Blu-ray steelbook and a 4K steelbook, but they
Was
don't
there?
look any different unless you just look for that little tag. So
I imagine that it has to be on like all Blu-rays.
The Noir.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah.
everything.
Okay, cool.
Except for the DVD only version.
Yeah.
Of it.
Okay, cool.
So,
Yeah, 'cause it was on. Like, you could go through like iTunes if you bought it on iTunes. So I imagine it's on everything.
Because-
besides
the 4K edition comes with like 4 discs because it's got the 4K version and then the 4K Noir and then the Blu-ray and then the Blu-ray Noir. Like, it's crazy.
I love that they didn't compress any of it. It's awesome.
Right.
I had to like double check to make sure, because when I got it, I thought it was like a thicker steelbook than normal, but it's still the same. It just feels so much heavier because it has all those discs in
Got all
it.
that meat inside.
Did you see the Alien Covenant steelbook?
Yeah,
It's awesome.
Ooh.
and the Ghost
Is
in
it-
the Shell one's cool
Is
too.
it the poster
the
that's
John
all
Wick
the
one.
like the
No, it's
H.R.
like-
Giger art?
It's like this neomorph that's like an embryonic stage, and it's like
Ooh.
all black and gray and white. It's awesome.
I'd also like to point out, because we talked about it last week, like, just pick it up in the store. I got there on Tuesday, 30 minutes after Best Buy opened, because I went to Target first, and I got the last of 2 steelbooks for Logan.
Yeah, there's
Wow.
only one left after I got
wow.
it. About 20 minutes after
Yeah.
you.
So it's like, you couldn't pre-order it, and you had to get there within, like, the first 30 minutes to get it.
It just seems like they would make more money if they did a better job. Ooh, that is a cool steelbook. Ooh.
The John Wick 2 one's pretty cool, too.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, Speed Racer, the complete series, is coming out on Blu-ray this week. So if you're a big Speed Racer fan,
go.
Speed, I do not think you should be in this race. Haha.
He's a demon on wheels.
Fist Fight is out on Blu-ray this week.
It was fun.
Yeah. I was sad I missed it and want to make sure I go check it out because I liked the trailer.
I'll get it when it's $5.
I hear it's okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. Before I Fall is a movie.
You'll be hearing about later.
Okay. Moving on. Ghost World is getting a Criterion edition this week, so you can pick that up.
Awesome.
All right.
Man, the pages are loading so slow. Martin Scorsese's World Cinema Project Number 2 is also on Criterion this week. It's some stuff. It's some stuff you can have. It's got Scorsese's name on it, so somebody's going to want it. Billy Wilder's 1, 2, 3 is on Blu-ray this week. It's an old James Cagney movie, so you can check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Wilder's
It's
great.
one of the last
Yeah.
James Cagney movies.
Yeah.
Alfred Hitchcock's The Paradigm Case, which is one I've never seen. So I might check that out. It's a Gregory Peck film.
I love Gregory Peck.
The cover's kind of
Do
cool.
you know he's Atticus Fitch?
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait,
wow.
that wasn't really Atticus Finch? Nicholas Hoult and Felicity Jones and Anthony Hopkins and Ben Kingsley are in a movie no one knows about called Collide. But
that was shelved for 2 years before it came out because all of them are suddenly big.
You
Wait,
can.
Anthony Hopkins just got big?
No, not Anthony Hopkins.
He's on the rise.
Holt and what's her face?
Felicity Jones.
Yeah, Felicity Jones is awesome.
Nicholas Holt has been around for a while.
But he's.
But Mad Max happened.
Yeah, Mad
he
Max.
was the boy in About a Boy.
Yeah,
Does
but
anybody?
then there was an awkward stage between that.
Yeah.
Well,
where
he was
wasn't-
huge in the UK.
Yeah. Oklahoma with Hugh Jackman is out on Blu-ray
what?
this week.
Oh, you know I'm gonna buy that one.
One of my least favorite musicals of all time.
Really?
Yeah, it's one of the few I've never finished.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, because it's so long, and there's this crazy long dream sequence in the middle that is so bad. I turned it off.
I've never
It's
seen it.
Man.
I've watched it once. I don't have any interest in watching it.
But maybe Hugh Jackman makes it better. Maybe he elevates
he makes
it.
everything better.
Yeah. All right. From Arrow this week, Evil Ed, which is a pretty good-looking cover.
It's eviled.
Is it? Man, you had me for a second.
Evil just happened.
That was really good.
You've just been eviled.
All evil is in the past. There is no worry.
I think I actually rented that at Hollywood Video once.
Evil?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Sounds
really boring.
familiar.
The cover is kind of cool. It's like a Mondo-y looking cover where there's a guy in a white shirt with some crazy hair, and he's got a head in one hand, and he's like editing film. And I think there might be an evil clown or something.
Oh, Ed, editor, got it.
Evil Ed.
Maybe.
Oh.
Got the right stuff.
From Severin, Future Shock: The Story of 2000 AD, which is also got a pretty cool cover. It's a not Steve McNiven. Who's the guy who did Preacher? Steve. Oh, geez. Wow. Oh.
Steve Comic.
Yeah, Comic but Comicston.
Yeah.
My favorite graphic novelist.
Anyway, that guy did the cover. So yeah, you can check that out from Severin, as well as Blackenstein, which is the best cover of the week because it's just a woman with an afro screaming, and that's the whole cover.
Because they're saving the best. All the good stuff is clearly in the movie.
Blackula's
They
a kind
only
of a
have
fun
one
movie.
promotional still that they can show that doesn't give anything away.
Yeah. I mean, her
sounds
shirt.
fun.
Yes, her shirt is unbuttoned, but that's not what's great. What's great is her face and the scream that is on it. It's awesome. So check out Blackenstein if you want it.
On a similar note, is Blackula and Blackula Scream a double feature on Scream Factory? Okay,
They're fun movies. They're not like great, but they're fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting Blackula to be a great film. So
like,
you
was DePon not on this week's release?
I don't know. That sounds like some kind of thing I would skip over. What is that?
DePon is the film that made me starting to do Our House Asshole
Oh.
because on the Denver Comic Con episode last year, I reviewed it, and all of you just stopped paying attention in the middle of my review.
Obviously, I don't remember it at all.
And so I was like, I'm going to slowly take over their website and do an article series once a week so they're forced to pay attention to me.
You have succeeded, sir. Keep rambling about something I don't care about while I figure out whether or not you're right.
And this is the stuff we've been watching.
Tapon.
It doesn't matter. It's a Criterion release, so.
Oh no, I don't see it.
Okay,
maybe it's next week. Aquila and the Bee is getting re-released on VA.
Hey, we needed an anniversary edition, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's been what, 40 years?
It's been like 6.
6th year anniversary.
Actually, it's like 10. That came out when I was working at Blockbuster, I think.
I don't care that much. You don't need to find it.
No one gives a shit about Aquila and the Bee. Anyway, moving on.
This is the stuff we've been watching. Don't you interrupt me again, Zach. Try to keep this tight and concise, and all I have is assholes.
You do?
1, 2, 3.
Assholes everywhere.
Wait. There's
Sphincters.
There's 4 of us here. Which one's not an asshole?
Me and Brad.
What?
And there's 5 of us here.
Nice.
I disagree with
I'm approved of this week.
Wow. Man.
Henry, what'd you watch this week?
Let me pull it up. I'll just off memory. I watched Predator 2.
Nice.
And guess what, everybody? In Predator 2, someone hangs dong. So next week's Art House Ass will be Predator 2.
Is Predator 2 considered Art House asshole?
No.
No, if there is dick in it, it's clearly a pretentious art film. That's what he's saying.
Remember when Bill Paxton throws the The bouncy ball at the Predator.
Oh, yeah.
It's surprising that it was much better than I was thinking it was going to be.
Oh, it's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's fun.
Had you never seen it?
No, I've never seen it before.
Oh,
super gory.
You
It's
should
awesome.
you should start a new segment called Dong Hanging Dude.
I might.
And just do all the
Once we
films
hit
with
the 1 year
Hang
anniversary
Dong.
of our house, that's why I might change it up. So
I'm not sure if it's made better or worse by the fact that it gave birth to the Alien versus Predator universe.
yeah, those are the only Alien films I still not have seen. So.
They're not really Alien films.
Well, yeah, that's why I didn't watch
They
them.
are non-canon.
Yeah, so just going down the list, I watched The Danish Girl, which
First time viewing?
First time viewing, yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I have.
It's shockingly anti-transgender people.
Yeah.
Like they treat Lily's transformation the same way they treat James McAvoy's Split persona, where she will show up and they'll be like, "Oh God, no," which is kind of not how you should portray transgender people in film.
Is it a period piece though? So like it'd be more taboo then.
Yeah, but it's also like I looked it up. It's very like super inaccurate. Like, but anyway, I thought it was shockingly bad. So, but anyway, Elizabeth Vikander is very good in it though.
It is directed by Hooper.
Hooper, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a lot of Dutch angle close-ups.
Yeah, it's bad.
I built this really great set. Let's not look at it.
I mean, I didn't hate it.
That's a great way to describe The Danish Girl, actually.
Yeah, I bet.
I didn't hate it, but it wasn't enough to crack a top 10. So.
No, yeah. I watched War Machine, which is the new Netflix film that has Brad Pitt in it.
Oh, I want to see that one.
It's actually pretty good. It's I'm not gonna tell the story because it's kind of complicated, and I started telling it to my mom, and she got bored. So
I watched the trailer. Brad Pitt looks good in it.
But it's like a
fine.
modern
Yeah.
military movie.
It's more military. Well, it's like a period. It's actually based on a true story from like I think 2012.
Sure.
But it's good. It's fun. So yeah, check it out if you want.
2012 is modern.
Oh yeah, I guess. I'm just saying it's not like modern day. So
Yeah,
not today. I watched Before I Fall, which is the film that you referenced earlier.
Oh yeah, that thing. What's that thing about? Should people buy it on Blu-ray? It's out this week.
No.
So the director of it's like, oh, my film's getting mentioned. No.
So what are all the things he does before he falls?
Before I Fall is a Groundhog Day story, but in high school land.
It's a mistranslated, really good Bare Naked Lady song. That's what it is.
Yes. That's my favorite theme part. By the way,
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
It has
album.
Oh, I hear
Zoe Dutch in it, who I really like. I think that's how you pronounce her last name. She's the same girl who's in.
really hope it's not Zoe Douche.
It is. But it's the same girl who's in Dirty Grandpa.
Oh yeah, that's
The daughter of who was in daughter of the girl who's in Back to the Future.
Leah Thompson?
Yeah, it's her daughter. She's in it. Basically,
Leah Thompson?
But anyway, she goes to her daughter. She's a total bitch in high school, and she goes to a party, and then it's like, oh my god, we're having such a great time. Then she gets in a car accident, and then she's living the same day over and over again. And so that's the plot of the film.
You know what I always wanted from Back to the Future?
No,
is
that's
the
what I said.
pizza that you
Blew
put
that.
in the microwave and it came out like
The rehydrator.
Yeah.
Yep.
I watched Baywatch. Should I say that for Anna, or should I just do it now?
No.
All right, cool.
Well, did anybody else see Baywatch?
No.
Okay,
Cool.
yeah, then it's just you, man.
Yeah, I saw Baywatch. It was fun. It's probably my favorite comedy of the year.
Whoa.
Or like primarily because there have not been a lot of great comedies here.
Oh, okay.
But it was fine. It's not great, but it's still. I think I described it to my sister, and I saw it, and I told my sister that it's the perfect adaptation of Baywatch, where it's like it's shot like a perfume commercial. Everyone's gorgeous, and it's shot to show how gorgeous everyone is. And
so
then,
it's like The Shallows.
yeah, but like a comedy, and it is actually kind of it is funny. I did laugh at it quite a bit. Not the best film, but it's for what Zac Efron's comedies are. It's that exact line.
So you walked into it with like the Bad Grandpa in mind.
Well, I had higher expectations, but it's like it's not that low.
Okay,
but it's like Neighbors tier, that kind of.
Okay.
Like so, yeah. I watched a Monster Calls.
Oh,
has anyone else seen that?
Nope.
It's. I'll say this. Understand that I'm saying this. It's a bit too depressing. There's literally no happiness in this film.
Oh.
It's just so. It's the only way I could say that it was like even more stereotypically depressing is if the kid was somehow gay. Like literally everything in the film is just the saddest thing in the world.
Maybe he is gay and he just didn't bring
It's
it
possible.
up.
He is like 10 in it, so he hasn't had awakened yet.
He just can't say it.
I saw Nerve. Nerve was awful. Moving on.
Wait, is Nerve the
Nerve's
yeah,
Dave
it's
Franco.
Dave Franco,
Emma Roberts movie?
Emma Roberts one.
Oh,
I
I
hate Emma Roberts, so I have a bit of a bias, but whatever.
Oh. Why you hate Emma Roberts so much?
I can't fucking stand her. She's someone who like is one of those actors who it's like, oh, like I saw her pop up in American Horror Story. I was like, oh, I haven't seen you since I was like a since I was a little kid. That's kind of cool. And then she stuck around. I'm just like, I don't like her.
She's the bad person in Scream 4. Oh, spoilers.
What?
I hope you have to work with her someday on set.
I probably will.
Just do her.
Does Alison Brie die in that movie?
Yes.
I don't want to see it.
Oh, I'll have to spoil
Scream
it.
4 is actually
I
pretty
guess
good.
I guess I know the ending now.
I can't.
Took the stank off of Scream 3.
I saw Edge of 17. Edge of 17 was really good. Actually, it's way more than I was expecting to. So,
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's very good actually.
I like Haley Steinfeld when she's not singing.
It's interesting because like
Why don't you like her when she's singing? She has a good voice.
I don't know.
But yeah, she's good in it. It's like one of the things. Like I'm okay with the fact she was nominated for it. So for the Golden Globe. Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's not great, but it's like I'm glad I saw it.
Cool.
Saw Coach Carter, which was incredible.
Oh yeah,
Coach Carter.
Oh yeah.
Didn't think I was gonna like it. Loved it.
Yeah, it's good.
Is it the sequel to John Carter?
It is.
He's back and he's black.
Wow.
Man, Mars was rough on you.
You think because I'm farther away from the sun.
And then the last two I saw Loving, which
Jeff Nichols movie.
It's good. It's his most straightforward and his most, I don't like using the term, but quote Oscar baity film.
Sure.
It has less flourish to it, but you can still tell it's his film.
Sure.
It's probably my least favorite of his filmography, but it's better than a lot of stuff I see. So.
Yeah. Cool.
And finally, I watched Lion, which is incredible. But I don't know if any of you will like it. It's a film that I'm surprised got as much attention as it did, because it's like a standard, like I wouldn't hesitate to call it an art house film. Like, first of all, Dev Patel does not show up until the hour mark.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah.
The main character.
What?
Yeah, like he doesn't show up until like an hour in. The first hour of the film is dedicated to him as a child.
Oh.
And so it's the kid actor as the main character for the first hour of the film.
Is it like Slumdoggy?
It's better than Slumdog Millionaire.
Sounds moonlighty.
Whoa.
It's kind of, I would, just in the fact that it's two different timelines going on, I would say yes, but I would say it's different because it is, I don't know. But anyway.
I imagine the plot's different, but the structure is similar.
Yeah, similar. Yeah. It's a similar kind of structure, yeah. But yeah, it's, I thought it was really, really well done. And I think it's very uplifting, very, I mean, James, you would probably love it.
Yeah, that sounds great.
But yeah, it's really good. I liked it a lot. And so yeah, that's Lion, and that's pretty much everything I watched this week. So
I just got distracted. Did you guys know there are 4 American Tail movies?
Yeah.
I thought there were just
2 of them are straight to VHS.
Oh.
James, did you see the photos I sent you for I Kill Giants on Facebook?
No.
They released pictures from I Kill Giants.
Everybody hold the fuck on.
Zach, what'd you watch this week?
Should I wait or?
No, you're good. You're good. I'm not going to listen anyway, so you're good.
Wow. That makes me feel
Jack Benny's 50th anniversary special.
Oh, we'll get to Jack in a minute. But before that, I watched a couple things this week. A long week at work and doing some film work, so I kind of watched something to shut my brain off. So I watched Central Intelligence, the unrated version on Amazon.
It's awesome.
I liked it. It was fun. It was really fun.
Yeah,
and I love The Rock in it. Unicorns are the boss.
Let's get our corn on.
I thought Jason Bateman was the funniest part of the movie, though. I just love that moment where he just suddenly turns and just like becomes the biggest asshole you've ever seen. And the surprise at the end with who Dwayne Johnson had a crush on in high school, who turns out to be, is pretty fun.
Yeah.
The Aaron Paul cameo is pretty funny because they keep repeating it in different
Let's just
fashions.
spoil all of the secret actors who are in this film.
It's been a year and a half.
We have told people many times to see Central Intelligence.
I'm not.
No, I love at the end too where he gives him back his letter. Jack is like, "Oh, you found it?" He says, "Yeah, man, I sleep next to it every night."
And he thinks nothing of it.
So good.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. But I was telling Henry in the car, I was like, I think I enjoyed it because I watched the unrated version. Because it seemed to me like if I were to go watch the theatrical version, I'd find it too tame. And I don't know. I can't be sure because I haven't watched the theatrical version. So
it was tame.
I don't know. PG-13 in the theaters?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because in the unrated, they say fuck all the time.
Yeah, I know. They say it a bunch. But anyway, so it's what it is. It was a good fun. It was a fun film. Like
it was really fun.
I wouldn't have put it in a top 10 or anything, but it was one of the.
It's entertaining.
Yeah, it's one of the. I'd say it's among my favorite Dwayne Johnson movies right now. So, like to watch, and it made me appreciate Kevin Hart because
he's not obnoxious in it.
See, this is the thing.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Ride Along, but I've seen Kevin Hart stand up, and I've seen this movie. So, like, from what I get from the trailers for Ride Along is that Kevin Hart is the comedic relief. In Central Intelligence, he's essentially the straight man to Dwayne Johnson being a goofball. Yeah. And I actually think he holds his own in either role because I've seen him act like a goofball, and now I've seen him act serious. So,
yeah, I think what I really appreciate Central Intelligence is it had kind of a zany Zucker Brothers feel to it at some point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where he looks into the room and it's all trash with pizza and soda cans everywhere. And then they knock on the door of the CIA and say, yeah, he's right in there. And they go in like 2 seconds later and it's completely clean and like he wasn't there.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
It was, it was fun.
I'll also say that I've seen like him in movies and I've also seen his stand-up. And I hate his stand-up, but I actually like him as an actor. So if you've seen his stand-up and you're like, I hate Kevin Hart, check out Central Intelligence. So...
I don't think you're going to convince anybody to turn on that one. But
when we do this, we could die or be totally boss.
You got a great idea. I'm on the last episode of From Earth to the Moon, so I'm going to watch it tonight, and then I will give you all my thoughts next week. But I will say I had to rewatch episode 2 again because it was so damn good.
Yeah.
And I also rewatched episode 3 too, and I really like the way that's shot.
Which episode is 3?
That's the one where it's called The Tower is Cleared.
Is it the one?
It's a documentary crew.
Yes.
For NASA.
Yes. Yeah.
They're trying to get past the whole fire incident.
Yes. Right.
So, the only other things that I watched this week, so I watched 2 older films, but I have to preface it by saying, so I work at a thrift shop, and the amazing thing is that people throw their shit away that actually turns out to be gold. Well, God decided to shit a gift to me from heaven.
What?
Because what I got...
It's the gold collection of Jack Benny.
So you're not going to believe this, or maybe
covered
you will.
in human feces.
So I literally we got donated to us 8 trash bags worth of DVDs, and I opened them up to find out they're actually the online archive collections from the studios, from everybody but Warner Brothers, oddly enough. So it's like Universal's vault titles, MGM's, 20th Century Fox, just in 8 trash bags.
I guess the studio exec must have died.
Wow.
My guess is that it was somebody went out of business, like a video store went out of business, or a wholesaler went out of business that was selling them online. Because he literally just dumped his inventory on there. There was stuff that was still prepackaged. Like, there was a Stripes Blu-ray on-demand Blu-ray on there.
Yes.
Which
I do love Stripes.
So far as I know, it's not on our shelf yet, so I'm still looking for it.
One of my most favorite jokes ever is in Stripes, where they're getting interviewed to join the army.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, we have to ask this, are you any of you homosexuals? What, like flaming?
That's really good.
So, but anyway, so there was a bunch of them, and I'm going to probably buy a bunch of them over the next couple of weeks because they're like only $2.99 a pop at my store.
Oh, yeah.
I bought 8 of them to start. So I watched, one of them was called College Swing, which I hadn't seen since I was younger. It's a Bob Hope, George Burns, Gracie Allen film. And it's essentially every college trope that has since become the norm, pretty much combined into one simple setting. Like, there's a wacky plot, there's musical sequences, there's fraternity pranks, and there's professors who are either dumb or high. And, like, it's pretty much everything that I would want out of a college movie except no boobs. So it's essentially everything but the boobs. So it was fun, though. I mean, Burns and Allen are funny in it. Bob Hope's funny in it. Like, everybody's charming.
Cool.
But then I saw another college movie because I was looking through my history books and whatnot. So before I tell you what the title is, I want to ask you guys something. Imagine this is 1936, and you go into a movie that's described as a hotel owner has to lure hot, sexy college males into his hotel in order to sell them off to a structured, perfect breeding engineering experiment. Would you call that a horror movie or a comedy? First of all,
I'd call it beach blanket bingo.
nope, nope, no, you wouldn't.
Naughty flapper girl. She's dancing.
Controlled breeding. Keep in mind, it's about sending males to be
Nazis?
into controlled breeding. No,
I'm gonna say
no,
it's a
but
comedy.
you're not far off. But
I'm gonna say it's a Three Stooges film.
no, you're not gonna say that, guys.
Girly plays.
Okay. How do I put it this way? Would you consider calling it College Holiday?
Is that the name of the movie?
That's the name of the movie. Is College
No,
Holiday.
that's.
And I'm going to tell you something even further. You know how I love that guy named Jack Benny?
Is he in it?
He's the guy who lures the hot college males into the hotel to sell off to the genetic engineering.
So how does he lure them?
Is this a documentary?
He just like invites them to the hotel as like promises of like good times over College Holiday. That's the only reason it's called College Holiday.
That's stupid. College is let out for holidays.
Oh, so true.
I love it. That's stupid.
And guys, I didn't have to buy this one. You can watch it for free on YouTube, or you can just throw away the link. It is I've seen some pretty bad old movies, and I love Jack Benny, but this was barely watchable. This was pretty fucking bad.
It's like when I watch Robert Downey Jr. in Love and Distrust. I'm like,
yeah, you just like this is like, and it's funny because like it starts off like a horror movie. It's really strange. Like it's like eerie setting, low lit shot of people dancing, and it starts off with the song called the Sweetheart Waltz, and it says College Holiday, and like the whole time I'm thinking like, what's going on here? And then they start going into some comedy, and I'm like, oh, that's amazing. And then all of a sudden, the plot thickens with this whole like, we're trying to create the perfect specimen for my sister, and we need to like
it's a Nazi party.
So we need to test our experiments on a bunch of hot college males. Jack, will you please lure them into your hotel, and in return we'll save your hotel from going under? And then granted, the whole film is structured to be essentially a bunch of vaudeville sketches, but that plot line is hanging over the film the entire time, where I'm like, I can't ignore the fact that you're essentially torturing people in like the other 499 rooms in this hotel. Like, sure, something happy might be going on in one room, but in 499 other ones?
I already asked. No one hangs dong.
No one hangs dong,
Aw,
sadly.
man.
No bush, no dong, no boobs, no nothing.
There goes my interest.
Yeah, so I do not recommend it, guys. And I will watch pretty much everything that man was involved in, but I will not watch this again.
Cool.
Pixar did? Oh, the Pixar post. I'm like, Pixar did? No, fuck the Pixar post.
Yeah, so. But anyway, that's all I watched this week.
Cool.
James?
In the last 15 minutes, I saw the pictures of Barbara from My Kill Giants, and her ears are perfect.
Yep. Remember
So
when Joe
good.
Kelly told us that's the one thing he demanded?
Yeah.
He talked to us. He was nice.
They're really good. Like she just looks great. Man.
See, it's real. That movie is real.
Yeah, look how sad she looks. The rain. Man. No, other than that, I didn't really watch much this week. I rewatched some stuff, but I've been going through How I Met Your Mother again. That show was amazing.
It is good.
How did they meet their mother?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
But it pays off really well, and people who don't like the finale are fucking stupid. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I agree.
Yep.
Yep.
Brad?
So I watched a movie called Beyond the Gates, which is like a horror version of Jumanji.
Yeah. That's coming out on Blu-ray from Scream Factory soon.
Yeah. I thought it came out last week.
Did it come out last week?
I mean, it's on Netflix. I watched it, so...
Yeah, so the Scream Factory puts their, like, IFC Midnight stuff on... Or I guess IFC Midnight puts their stuff on Netflix, and Scream Factory releases it on physical.
I remember watching the trailer. It looked really cool. Had that pink and blue, like, 80s vibe to it. But I was pretty bored. I fell asleep, I think, halfway through it and woke up, and I had no interest of, like, backtracking.
Always a good sign.
Yeah, it starts off so slow. It's about
Hi,
Dan and...
Hi, Jen.
I got nothing.
And then Rock Qdoba.
Oh, man. That sounds delicious.
Where's my queso?
Can you eat Qdoba yet?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
I had it last night, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I still know
Why
how
do you
long they-
support your enemies?
Well, they need the support. Fuck them.
Anyway, Beyond the Gates, it starts out, this guy, I guess he comes back home to it like slowly unravels that I guess their dad owned a video store, and he mysteriously vanished, and then this guy and his brother start to like empty out the store, and they find in their dad's office, which has always been locked, they find this board game called it's a video VHS board game called Beyond the Gates.
Ooh.
And so they play the videotape, and then obviously that activates the game where, like, if you play the game, stuff happens in real life, like really sinister stuff. And again, I missed the middle part, so I don't know how they
we
got
used to
from
have a board game like that. It's called, I think, Frightmare.
Yeah.
And there was like a gatekeeper, and he always said, "Roll the dice."
Yeah. I think I actually played that one.
Yeah?
I think it was called Frightmare. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. I remember
something about a gatekeeper.
Yeah. It might be gatekeeper. I don't know. I think it's
Gatekeeper.
Frightmare, though.
Yeah. But I made my own board game based on that concept.
Did
Like,
you?
Yeah,
Really?
it was an audio tape version. So you'd like go around. It's like a space thing. So it's like this space station, and then I recorded myself like doing this, like, you know, like
Do it now. Do the voice now.
The like Magical Barrett in Star
Roll
Trek,
that dice.
the computer.
Yeah, okay.
Like yeah. So every like 15 or 20 minutes or so, like a voice would come on and like change the rules of the game on you. Yeah. Anyway, I did that when I was a kid. This movie, yeah.
Forever creative, Brad.
So yeah, I went to sleep where like a lot of the movie is just like the shots aren't interesting and they're super like video quality, like digital video, so it's super clean, and not very filmic looking.
So it doesn't fit the aesthetic either, what they're going for, if they're going for the 80s stuff.
Like there's the 80s lighting, like when they go to the basement, which is where the gate portal is, but like yeah, there's like people turn into possessed zombies sometimes, and the makeup's not that great. And it just feels like a very low budget, but like it doesn't look filmic, the video quality still feels cheap. But it looks really clean. So it's just, yeah. And then I woke up to a guy, like the police officer who was like a childhood friend shows up. Apparently he's been possessed. I woke up as he got his head shot off.
Nice.
It's like, what happened? How did it get to this? And then it quickly like his girlfriend like disappears, and the board game flips him to the opposite, like the upside down world, I guess is what you call it. It's just, like it looks so good in the trailer. It's a great trailer. It made me like so interested. And then I watched the movie and like it's just the one guy has some kind of anger management issue that like they're uncovering, like slowly unraveling, that he's trying to overcome. And then there's like this incoherent fight scene at the end where they're fighting their possessed dad, and it's just like they just keep cutting away from all the stuff they can't show because of their budget. It's just really sad. It's like a split screen of like an arm coming out of the gate, just to show you like, oh, it's coming out of the gate, not like the whole room and stuff. Anyway, yeah, so that was disappointing. And I also watched Logan. I forgot what I was going to say about that, other than like the director commentary is really good. There's something, I should have wrote it down. There's something like surprising that I picked up on watching the behind the scenes stuff that I was like, oh, I should tell people about that because you wouldn't know otherwise. And I should have wrote it down.
And we still don't know.
You still don't know. But I do have some posters for you that I keep forgetting to bring, so I'll try to remember those too.
Did any of you guys watch the deleted scenes from Logan?
Yeah.
It's sitting on my table.
Oh, there's there's a deleted scene where the one kid can possess the assassin guys.
Puppet Master thing?
Yeah, the Puppet Master thing. And I was like, it's a good thing they cut that out because it just opens up a whole world of...
No, yeah.
Like, if he has that power, why doesn't he just possess all the assassins and make them kill each other? Yeah, so I'm glad that got cut out.
There was some cool... like, a lot of the scenes that were cut I thought were cool, but I'm okay with them being cut.
Yeah, the police officer, like, pulling him over thing.
I thought that one could have been in the film, but I'm okay with it not being in it.
Yeah, it's a scene we've seen a ton of times before,
It just kind of establishes, like, that they're a, quote, family before they do the actual family thing.
Okay.
So. Yeah. The Sabretooth line I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of glad they cut it because I don't really need to... I'm glad that it's more of a very standalone kind of film that you don't need to have any reference to. So yeah. Did Zach's thing fuck up again?
It is yours. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt it. Yeah, it is you, but I don't know what it is. It's not even like you moving, so just be careful. Sorry.
Yeah, deleted scenes are interesting. So if you get bored of watching Logan, you can watch the deleted scenes. So.
And then I went to the drive-in this week, and I watched Guardians of the Galaxy again.
Cool.
And it was amazing on the second time. Like, it just flew by, where the first viewing felt like 2.5 hours, which is a good 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
But this felt like it was started and it was over like that because really the story is so short, but it's all the antics in between that make it long and drawn out.
Sure.
Like it's just Ego comes to them, they go to his planet, and then they deal with Ego. Like there's no, it's not like the first one where they have to get the Infinity Stone and they like chase it around the galaxy.
Yeah. And they have to get together.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tons of fun. I was less critical. Like I enjoyed it the first time, but like the first time around, there was just things like it just didn't feel as deep of a story.
Yeah.
So it was fun to just sit back and relax and just enjoy the fun parts of it.
Cool.
And I only said that to bury the lead. I actually watched The Fate of the Furious while I was there. I was going to leave after Guardians, but I got lazy. And I was like, let's just see where this goes.
So
keep in mind, Brad, people who haven't listened before, Brad has never seen a Fast and Furious movie.
Yep.
Oh, this is your first one.
This is my first one.
Do you think happened in this movie? Wait, no,
a bunch of stupid stuff.
Really, Brett? No, I want more than anything else you to give me a short synopsis of what this movie is about.
Charlize Theron, Theron? Yeah, it's Theron.
Theron.
Blackmails Vin Diesel into doing a bunch of shit for her so that she can steal a nuclear device and then hold it as ransom against the world.
I mean, like
whenever
the
she
plot of the
suits
film
herself.
isn't that complicated. It's just that it's really stupid.
No, but we're missing something. Who is Vin Diesel and who are these people that he has with him? Like, what would you say they do?
They're kind of like an anti-hero team. Like they do contract bids for like whoever wants to hire them to do whatever, whether it's good things or bad
pretty
things.
much, yeah.
Holy shit!
Whoever-
Fate of the Furious is really coherent. That's what we're learning here. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness!
I'm sure it's changed since the first movie. Like,
Oh yeah, the
Yes.
first movie's about like street racing.
yeah.
yeah. The other movies are about cars.
But even their morality, I'm sure, is like adapted to whatever story
and
suited
then The
them.
Rock shows up like, we need to make these cooler.
Yeah.
Well, I would say you missed one thing, which is you didn't say it's about family.
Well,
Damn
I
it, I
will
should
say,
have said that.
like this one has the least amount of families in it, I think, of the new trilogy or the new series they're doing. It's not
Sure,
a lot,
you have to turn his
but
back
it's
on
the
it.
least
Turn your
amount.
back on family.
Family. You have a choice.
When you make its all in tens.
What do you want from me?
I will
Stepped on a
agree
tiger's neck.
that Vin Diesel is a pretty terrible actor in it.
Thank you. And then the movie focuses on him. Doesn't feel like the movie is so much longer. You're just waiting for like Jason Statham to show up. Or
Yeah, you're really
The
waiting for
Rock.
him to go away. Yeah.
I was actually even Charlize Theron is terrible in it. Like that first
Yes.
scene where she
They don't
meets
require
him,
a lot from you to be in this film.
it just sounds like they're reading the lines to each other.
Oh no, I agree.
Um,
She's not like threatening at all.
Yeah, like she
Oh
gets
my goodness.
she settles into the movie like later on, but
Yeah.
like that first scene, I'm just like, you were an Oscar-nominated actress, right? Like,
Winner.
come on, yeah.
Winner, yeah.
Oh yeah, she
Yeah.
did win.
Yeah.
And, you know, you're now gonna hit them all out of the park, especially when they're like big budget blockbusters. That they're like, just do the thing, and so we can
She
get out
was-
of
I
here.
think she's in like what 4 films this year. So
Yeah,
she's in a lot.
She was really good in Mighty Joe Young.
yeah. But I was
looking forward
just,
to seeing Atomic Blonde.
yeah, it was just so ridiculous. Like I know it's ridiculous, but it just sitting there going like, oh, this the hero shots of like cars coming out of the garage, like,
So
you know,
it
like the
rains
Avengers got the
cars.
call, and then they go save everybody. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but they're doing when they're in what is it, Puerto Rico in the beginning? No, Brazil,
Cuba.
Cuba.
Oh yeah, it's Cuba.
And it's like there's these narrow streets, but they're doing like 90 through them. When
Yeah.
you like realistically, they're you can only really do 30
Was also,
without
like-
hitting the next wall.
Well, also too,
My-
when the cars go around Dom at the end and they stop the fire from getting him.
Yeah.
Like logically, fire escapes through the part that it can't get through, so it would have went underneath the cars and killed him, which I kept on hoping for, but I didn't get that wish.
But also, like one thing that like my friend pointed out to me is that like they set up that scene by being like, we're gonna do a mile-long race. And then they're driving really fast for 15 minutes. So,
Yeah.
like, that is
Yeah.
not a mile that they've been driving.
even the
It's a Cuban mile.
even even driving the Antarctic, like that one plateau.
Yeah.
Like for as long as they're going on it, like that had to be
it's
like
the
300
ocean.
miles.
I was
It's an
actually-
ocean.
I was reading. It's funny you said that. Is it Fast 6 where they're on the plane? And
Yeah.
they-
Well, where they get dropped out of the plane?
where they drive through. Or is that 5?
They drive onto the plane.
Yeah.
I think that's the sixth
That's
one.
6.
Yeah.
7 is the one where they get dropped out of the
Yeah,
plane.
so in 6, I was reading a trivia thing about it, and they said that takes 12 minutes.
Yes.
And it said if the runway would be 37 miles long.
It's a very unaerodynamic plane, guys.
Yes.
It needs its time.
Maybe Tom Cruise is hanging off the side. It's
Yeah,
it's
yes. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm so excited. So, did you have fun?
Does it make you want to watch another one?
Would you see a
Not
different...
really.
There's this really good one with a safe you should watch.
Which we're going to talk about that safe scene later on.
We are.
Oh, there is a safe scene later on.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I noted that when I was watching it. I was like, I feel like I watched this already. And I did.
I'm so happy.
Would you be down for seeing the rest of the trilogy they set up with this film?
I mean, if it just showed up somewhere and I was in the room at the same time. I'm not like, hey, Ryan, give me your Blu-ray so I can get caught up. I'm
Oh,
just
it's
like,
the second film of the drive-in. Guess I'm not going anywhere.
Let me ask you this. Are you going to actively avoid them like you have every other Fast and Furious film so far? Like, if it's an episode, like, in 2 years, are you going to be on that episode?
Oh, it'll be an episode in 2 years.
yeah, if the trailer's interesting, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a no.
I mean, if it's playing as another double feature at the drive-in, and I happen to be there, I might watch it.
It's got to get his $8 worth.
I'm just not like, oh, I really wish I could catch up and see like where all these characters came from. I'm like, I don't.
So let me explain it to you this way. See, so the box set has a hologram on the front, and when you push a button, it lights up. Are you convinced now?
Sorry.
Sold.
How we were talking about this beforehand. There are literally 2 copies of that Ultimate Collection in this apartment right now.
Ah,
nice.
Because you have to make
One
sure.
is in case of emergency break glass
Yeah.
copy.
Oh,
I'm just
man,
trying to figure
this-
out which one has the emergency copy.
This makes me so happy, Brad.
all right.
It's the little things in life, sir. Little
Yeah.
things.
Ryan?
I watched a couple things. Our loyal listener Carol pointed out to me that Emily Blunt shows up in a British TV show called Foyle's War, which is so I've never seen any other episode, and she appears in Series 2, Episode 3. And basically what I got out of it is he is I'm not that stupid. He's a policeman from like World War II era London, and he solves murders. And
is he in World War II era London, or has he been time traveled?
So no, it takes place in 1940.
Oh, okay, all right.
And
already I'm on board.
Yeah. And the show's actually really good. I don't want to say too much because it's like a British Law and Order that takes place in 1940.
How much tea and crumpets do they have?
Just a few. Actually, there is a joke about tea, and it's pretty funny.
Man,
but
you can't win.
How did he win that? Oh man!
But in it, I can't remember anybody's name, but you know them. Like they're the British actors you see all the time. Oh, I've seen that guy in places. I've seen him in places.
Bill Nye, Martin Freeman.
Yeah, they're not in it.
Oh.
But
For more information, watch the Cornetto trilogy.
Yeah, but it show's pretty good, and it's interesting too because it's not 45 minutes or an hour. It's like an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh,
so it must have been like TV movies that they had.
It's that's a very common thing in.
Is it?
Yeah, like the Sherlock episodes are almost like
I
movies.
I don't watch any British TV except for Spaced, and
that's a good one.
But no, it's good, and I'm glad your mom pointed to me because I would never have like even known. Well, I mean, I could look at her IMDb page, but I wouldn't have like actively searched out.
Yeah.
Foyle's War, Series 2, Episode 3.
How is Emily Blunt in it?
Dude, come on. Come on.
I'm just going for that supercut,
Come on.
man.
She's in a sundress at the beginning. She's really pretty.
That's nice.
And so she works on a farm with her brother, and there's things going on behind the scenes with the person who was murdered and stuff. You should watch it. It's good.
Did she murder someone?
She did not.
All right, I'm in.
You should. No, it's cool that Carol reached out and said, "Hey, you're probably never going to watch this, and it's on Netflix." And she was
like,
right.
I'm going to
prove you wrong.
No, I would watch it if I knew it was on Netflix. I don't know how to actively search it out. I wouldn't buy like the BBC Masterpiece Theater DVD or whatever it's on.
Yeah.
No, it's really good though. Like, it's really well shot. It's the sets are really nice. The costumes are amazing. It's really good. I just don't know that there's a murder involved with these people, these nefarious
As
corporate
opposed to
guys.
rabbits.
Yeah.
And they
So-
throw this like girl out of a window at the beginning, and you have to figure out who it is and why it's all tied together. It's pretty good.
So what do you have left for LA Boy?
I have Arthur Newman, the Jane Austen's Book Club, The Young Victoria, and My Summer of Love.
Okay.
So
those last two are good. I haven't seen the first two you mentioned. So
no, I haven't seen any of them. So
Yeah.
I'm interested to see.
Young Victoria is really good.
I heard it
So,
is.
she's really good
Did it
in
win
it.
an Oscar for best costumes?
It might.
I think it did.
Yeah.
It's so good that Martin Scorsese put his name above the title.
Did he?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Martin Scorsese Presents or like something like that from executive producer Martin Scorsese.
It looks nice. I mean, it looks like
She's
it's
really
a
good in it, so.
period drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good in everything. Come on,
That's
guys.
true.
Yeah, come on. Well, Gulliver's Travel, but I won't blame that on her.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sure she was still good in it.
Yeah, for her 5 lines of dialogue and whatever.
Oh my goodness, he's so big.
Yeah. So my wife.
That's
said.
what she said.
That'll be
in the movie.
$15,000.
I also watched Cooties again. I haven't seen it since we saw it in theaters. It's still a pretty fun movie.
Yeah.
What's the name of the writer? Lee Wenhall? Does that sound
Lee
right?
Wennell.
Wennell. He's the writer of Saw, but he's also the writer for Cooties, and he's the funniest guy in it. I'm like, oh, writer, give himself the best part.
Who did he play in it?
He plays the nervous, nerdy
Oh,
teacher.
okay. Yeah.
Like the inappropriate guy. He's pretty funny.
I
in
want
it.
to see this movie that Lee's in called like Mule or something like that. They've talked about it on Movie Crypt a lot, but he's like it's about a guy who stuck a bunch of drugs up his ass and had to hold it for like over the course of 3 weeks without taking a shit. Like it's based on this weird true story from an Australian like police file. So like I want to see the hell out of that movie. It sounds awesome.
And the last thing I watched is Shame with my wife. She was really interested in watching Shame.
Yeah.
My wife really likes depressing, sex dramas.
When you posted on Twitter that you watched that, I was like, that's a weird film to... I mean, like, you would think it'd be a good film to watch with your wife. That's not a fun film to watch
No,
with, like...
but if you know my wife and the movies she likes, it's like right up her alley.
Yeah.
She loved it, didn't she?
She said it was pretty good.
Okay.
But I mean, if you haven't seen it, Michael Fassbender plays a guy who's addicted to sex and it's
Get
his
it?
relationship with his sister and how they're both kind of broken people. And I mean, it's good if you like depressing stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, it was in Henry's.
It was my number one
film, Explosion. And, I mean, Steve McQueen had shot really well.
No, yeah. I think it's Steve McQueen's best film.
And there's parts. I mean, it's the beginning. Maybe is it the beginning where he's sitting on the subway looking at the girl? Or
Yeah, that's the beginning. Or it's not the first scene, but it's like
pretty close.
Yeah.
But it's like this weird tension because he like wants to have sex with her, and he's
essentially seducing her without saying anything.
without saying anything, and she's kind of flirting. Then she realizes that she's married and runs away, and then the end of the film is bookended with she sees him and is flirting back, and but at this time he's hoping that he's cured. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Like I said, if you want to see depressing things about depressing people.
The opening scene of the film is one long shot of him walking around his apartment naked.
Yeah.
His dick is gigantic.
And he literally walks in and out and pisses and
Yeah,
I'm like,
like-
all right, I guess that's why it got NC-17.
No, yeah, like it got NC-17. I remember it got NC-17, and then Steve McQueen. Someone asked Steve McQueen, "Sorry, going to get re-rated?" And he was like, "No." They said we earned this NC-17 rating, and we're going to use
I mean,
it.
I don't think you can make that movie as effective if it wasn't.
No, yeah,
because
it's really brutal in terms of sexuality.
yeah,
so.
because it's not. They don't do it to be exploitive of him being new. It's like he's just who he is.
Yeah,
And,
it's a very humanist film, and it's a very raw film too.
yeah.
So
if you, I mean, definitely make sure you're in the mood to watch it. Cause
yeah, don't go in thinking it's going to be a fun, sexy film.
No, it's.
I mean, there's notoriously a film where he goes to a gay bathhouse because he needs to have sex with someone.
Yeah,
and so
yeah, it's. I mean, but all the performances are great. Him, Carey Mulligan.
Yeah,
they're all really good. So
yeah,
cool. That's what I watched this week. This week on Real Nerds Podcast, we went and saw Pirates of the Caribbean. I said Caribbean earlier. Dead Men Tell No Tales. Brad, should people see the new Pirates of the Caribbean?
It was all right. I'd also point out that I think Stranger Tides was the first movie we saw before we started the podcast.
It is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And that's the most interesting thing I can say about the new one.
Henry?
I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. I would say it's a bit long, definitely, and there are definitely some lulls in it. But I mean, if you need a pirate fix, there's probably not going to be another pirate film this year.
Oh.
So Yeah, I think it was all right. I'm not disappointed I saw it, but I wouldn't actively recommend it to anyone. So,
Zach?
I enjoyed it much more than Stranger Tides, but again, like I'm kind of worn out on pirates, so like this wasn't like I don't know, like it was okay, I guess. Yeah, go watch it for some fun. I guess.
I want a ringing endorsement.
all this just like, yeah, I guess.
I'd like to add it was a lot more of the same. Like I enjoyed it more than Stranger Tides, but
I will say this because I was telling Henry this. It's a lot more cartoonish than I thought they were gonna go with this time.
We can get into that.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna try to reverse course a little bit back to what the first one was, but we'll talk about it later.
James?
Yeah, I agree. I'll break the train of apathy and say no. People shouldn't see this movie. Yeah, I
like going on apathy trains. By the way,
I do really like Pirates. I was ready for this movie. Makes me think 2 and 3 are a lot better. The biggest problem is that, and it's what I said about 4. I think this is better than 4, but these movies are bad when the main character is Johnny Depp, and I don't give a shit about the new characters. So I think the first 2/3 are fun, and so if you really wanted to go see a movie and you've already seen Guardians 2 a few times, then sure. But this is so far from what I wanted. So,
and I'll actually go a little kind of the opposite way. I actually think this film is pretty fun, and it brings back some energy that was missing from 3 and 4. I don't think it's touches anywhere near number 1. No. But I think there's fun to be had in this film, and I think the energy is nice, and I think it comes from new filmmakers stepping in and new screenwriters stepping in. But having said that, there are some issues I have with the third act.
Yep.
But parts leading up to that, I think, are pretty fun. And I mean, I really like the zombie sharks in it. But
wow, we're gonna fight.
But then
we're
they
gonna talk about that. Yeah.
But then I didn't like how the zombie shark thing ended.
Oh, okay. Now we're good.
But here's a trailer for Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man Tell No Tales.
Pirates had infected the seas for generations. So I vowed to eliminate them all. And then there was this boy, Jack Sparrow. Follow him in. He took everything from me and filled me with rage.
The dead have taken command of the sea. We're searching for a pearl, a girl, and a sparrow.
I have heard stories of a mighty Spanish captain who's hunted and killed thousands of men.
No, men, no. Pirates. Pirates.
I once knew a Spaniard named something in Spanish.
He's coming for you, Jack. Where's your ship? Your crew? Your pants? Jack!
I'm so sorry, were you still talking?
There's nowhere to hide. Find Sparrow for me.
From this moment on, we are to be allies.
Considering where your left hand is, I'd say we're more than that.
Monkey.
I'm not looking for trouble.
What a horrible way to live.
You will pay for what you did to me.
The men on that ship are looking for Jack, so I'm going to swim for it.
Karina, stop that.
No, don't stop that.
This has gone far enough.
No, it has not.
I saw her ankles.
You'd have seen a lot more if you kept your cake hole shut.
Zach and I got out of this movie, 3 hours ago now?
Yeah.
I have no idea how the shark scene ended.
Who is the main character of what's the main character's name?
Henry.
Okay.
I only know that because it's my name.
Yeah, you cheated.
No, it's Henry and
Henry Swan.
Yeah.
No,
What's her name?
Henry Turner.
Yeah, he goes by Henry.
Oh, yeah,
Karina.
Turner, yeah.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to see because I just find them both really I think they're both like pretty good the first 2/3, but like you said, by the time we're like at the bottom of an ocean and just randomly things are happening, I was like, I don't.
They're very uninteresting characters.
Yeah. I think she could be cool.
The energy in it though I think is really good. It's the bank heist scene is pretty fun.
It's my favorite part of the movie.
It just reminded me of the first scene from the last movie though, where it's like Sparrow's jumping around from different set piece to set piece.
Yeah,
like,
but
it just seems like
this one has like a direction to it. Like it doesn't feel as aimless as Stranger Tides did for me.
But like 6 horses can pull an entire structure like down the street. I don't.
Yeah,
and a safe.
Hey! They used to make cheap buildings, man.
Yeah, it's just wood.
Yeah.
I'm just really glad we got the exact same climax of Fast 5 in the opening to this film.
Yeah,
So.
that part's pretty great. It only would have been better if The Rock showed up and there was a fake safe.
But no, I mean, there's fun parts in that. Johnny Depp's shtick is getting kind of old, but I like, the lady that pops up in the safe and they're like, kill that tramp too, sir. Isn't that your wife? Like that stuff's really fun.
So it's not that the shtick is old for me. I actually think he's really good in this movie. My problem is that he's not an interesting character.
No,
Like,
that's what I mean.
He
Like,
doesn't have a compelling direction.
It seems like he's too worried about his. How do I say this? It's like he's being protected. He's like Mickey Mouse now. So I love Mickey Mouse when he's kind of a rascal,
right?
But every once in a while he gets creative and he does stuff like Through the Looking Glass and it looks great. Here in the second Pirates movie, he's still a bad guy. He's not really a good guy.
Right. Yeah.
But here it's like they're protecting him.
Yeah.
Like they're protecting the character of Jack Sparrow when he's more interesting when he's not really a hero. He's the anti-hero and he'll do things that benefit him.
In the first one too, the movie also gave you a feeling like you couldn't tell if he was intentionally being a buffoon to get where he needed to go, or if he really was just an idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's that cool mystery, like you couldn't figure out where he would but in this movie, like he's completely stumbling and just happens into everything.
This film completely catapulted him into dumb drunk mode.
It's like I described it to like you when we got out of the theater, but I said like in the first film he's clever, borderline genius, but has a drinking problem. Whereas this film, he's just a flat drunk.
Yeah.
So
And see, I would even say he has a drinking problem. The first one, I think it is an act where he's because in the second one, it's an act, and he's still being a pirate, and he's still stealing stuff and orchestrating things.
And the shame of it is, I do think he has some good character moments, like when the crew leaves and he's left on this boat and he's basically marooned, and you get this idea of like, like the sea was his freedom and he can't go there. And when you start trying to put those themes together of like, okay, and then we got the Salazar guy who is the dead ruling the sea and he wants to go back to being free and on the ocean. Like the motifs are all there to make this good, but like none of it really ties together. And at the end, for me, it's funny. Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley show up in this movie.
They don't need to.
I disagree. As soon as they show up, I'm like, oh yeah, I care about you.
Or I guess I should say this.
And I care more about you than the people I've been following in the last 2 hours.
Okay, I'll say this instead. They need to be in it more.
Right.
Because like the amount that they're in now just angers me.
Yes.
Whereas I'm just like, just cut them out. Like you don't need them in this film.
Yeah.
It's just a cameo.
Yeah.
Or I guess like I would have liked that a bit more if they didn't publicize that they were going to be in it as much as they did.
Yeah.
So.
It sounds like they're setting up whatever the next movie is.
Make sure you stick to the end of the credits.
Or if it served the character well. Like as soon as it was over, I thought like, man, why didn't you just start this with a scene of him like at age 10 with Keira Knightley where his dad's just left after the one day he gets to see his dad, and I don't need the scene where he goes and jumps in the ocean. I just need a good, well-written scene with him and his mom where he says, "Mom, this is stupid and shitty and I don't like it," and that becomes his motivation, right? Like, I need the equivalent of the Guardians of the Galaxy opening scene where you realize his actual motivation is he wants his dad back, and the truth is, then you blow your load by having Orlando Bloom at the beginning. Like, then it would be so much better because I also think they betray the end of the third movie by having him be actually cursed. Like, the end of the third movie is actually this really romantic moment, and he's not going to be all barnacle-y and weird. Like, that's not the way that movie ends, and it would have been so much better if he went on this journey, you know, leaves his mom, is dedicated to this thing, and at the end you see Orlando Bloom for the first time. It would have been a really great payoff, but in this case you're like, okay, well, wait, the payoff is seeing Keira Knightley on a hill? Like, all she is a bad mother that let her son run around for 10 years trying to find his dad. Like, what? I don't understand. But, yeah, he's so less interesting than he should be.
But who cares? Because why is the rum always gone? That's not where the appeal of these movies lie with the mass majority.
But it's how you get people engrossed. Like, I disagree. Go back to Pirates of the Caribbean 1. The reason that movie is so much fun is because of Orlando Bloom's character. Like, he is a lot of fun, but the actual driving force of that film is Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley.
But as I was discussing with Henry, who was the standout? Who was the breakout character?
Yes, but like,
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it's reality.
Yeah, but that character shines in the same way that you don't want to go make a movie just about the Joker because you need Batman in it. Like, that character shines in a supporting role. Like, he's your comedic relief. So many times they make that mistake.
I know.
It's really too bad because I love Pirates 1. It's one of my favorite films. And it's just like you keep missing the mark. And sure, my hopes for this movie were too high because I really hoped, like you said, I hoped that by getting these guys who made one of my favorite movies the last 6 years to go maybe put this thing back on track, it's so far from their fault. No, it's not. It's totally not their fault.
Did anyone count how many times people were tied up in this movie?
It's a lot. I didn't count, but
like every scene, like someone's being tied to a post, or
that's what you
You'd
do.
think they just invest in handcuffs at that point.
Or being hung.
It's what you do as a writer when you don't have anything for your characters to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, I go back to parts that are fun. I think when Sparrow's on the guillotine and it's spinning around, and
that was fun.
That shot's great.
It's fun. I think the idea of zombie sharks is really fun.
Yeah,
because I think they look
Kon-Tiki
cool.
for kids.
They look. I know.
They looked really cool.
They do look cool. There was a moment where I was like, "Why can he control sharks?"
No, that's why I'm going to bring up my problem with the third act is Salazar has these powers that you don't understand. He can possess people. He can do this. He can.
In the first scene, like, they jump on a boat and like waste the whole crew, but in the third act, like, they're just easily fighting hand to hand.
Yeah,
like, they have difficulty fighting hand to hand. Like,
yeah, so there's like these weird rules. Like, when did he be able to possess people?
Yeah,
he only uses it when, and then they have this
what the fuck,
like, exposition scene where he says you can't come back. And then it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? It's really bizarre.
Yeah.
And then what's the deal with Poseidon's trident? I don't know.
I don't give a shit. Like,
and then and so
there's a lot of ideas.
It just gets it gets really
like
convenient.
even though it's a long movie, they cut a lot out too. And I don't understand why Salazar is shooting Johnny Depp around in a circle.
Yeah,
right, he just wants to kill him.
Yeah,
he has the most powerful artifact in the sea, and he just uses it to throw water at him.
I don't know if I'm a smart
it
movie
turns him into an
goer, but when
avatar.
they're like divided, what does that mean? I'm like, break it in fucking half.
It's just the lamest clue that it could be.
Yeah, it's
and then they got to climb up the anchor at the end. Like, like,
was
have you tried
cool.
climbing a rope in your in school gym?
It's impossible.
But
then wet it up.
Like, I think that the visual of like the sea broken in half and the ship like going across the edge with the anchor hanging on one side, that was really awesome. But you've got it.
And I didn't realize Barbossa ever jumped on that anchor. Like,
I
was like,
I was the same way.
Shit, Barbossa's whole thing.
I forgot that he was even there. Like,
this movie, okay,
guys, we forgot. We're trying to pull.
When did he change his clothes too? Like,
if this movie had just been,
did I miss a scene?
If you took out the whole section about Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley's kid and all of that, and it was just, here's this young woman who turns out to be a Barbossa, and she has this mission to be on, it would have been great. Like, just invest in that character.
Because I will say, when Barbossa, Jeffrey Rush, realizes it's his daughter is amazing.
Yeah, and he's amazing.
Great character moment.
Very well directed scene. Yeah.
I mean, the way he dies is awful.
Yeah.
Stupid.
You're already winning. Why did you need to stab that guy and die? I just don't understand. He's already human. woman.
It's also like swords are long. The guy's right there. You can just stab him, and then it'll be fine.
Ask someone for a gun.
You're pirates.
Hey, Jack,
just
you know
wait.
that pistol only has one shot? Let's take it out on the guy who hates pirates.
Just wait till you all get back on the boat. You have already won. Why are you doing that? I just don't understand.
I think it's solely because Jeffrey Rush, who is like, besides Jack Sparrow, is the character that's in all the films. He's like, I don't want to do any of this anymore. Kill me.
If I had read this script, I wouldn't want to do it anymore either.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just like when he's like, I mean, I don't know, maybe it was, I don't know if you, but like, from the moment her character showed up, I was like, yeah, it's Barbarossa's kid. Like,
as soon as she said, I'm an orphan, I was like, oh.
Or like the moment she showed up and I was like, well, this film's written this way. You're Will Turner's kid. You're probably someone else's kid, and it's probably not Jack. And so it's going to be Miller.
I was sitting there going like when the reveal happens, I'm like, oh, I guess we're going to explain this. Didn't need to. Like,
Right.
I was fine with her just being an orphan.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, there are some really fun parts in it, though. I mean,
I agree with
the,
you.
The part where they think she's a whore.
That was good.
Oh, it was really
great.
good. Yeah. I am only this mad because it's close enough. Right? Like, I'm only this mad because the first two acts could have been the first two acts of a pretty good movie. And then
I was also complaining in my head, like, oh, we have to have the British Navy in here again, like chasing them. Like, it's just, there's just so many things that are like in every movie, and like, like to fix these, you have to like do different. Like, I get that they made like they're chasing an artifact, but they don't have to bring back this like the same set of characters and the same set of like. So yeah, like when
I mean, there were other types of like.
So I cheered when
military in the Caribbean. Like,
Right.
There's also. I mean, we just got the Spaniards.
right, you could have had like Spanish guys that have some connection to Salazar.
Yeah,
and there's like what is it the Bay of what the skeleton
Pigs.
Leviathan,
Devil's Cove.
Oh,
there's like some society on that one island that like they have the wedding.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
where
that comes from.
again
that thing happened.
Someone else is in a noose again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so when Salazar ship crushes the Navy, I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
I know.
That was a good joke though. Was when he walks up and says like, "I've got a present for you," and shoots the guy, and he goes, "Oh, thanks." Oh.
Yeah, again, just the third act is. I mean, I thought the movie was still pretty fun, and I had fun watching it. But so they broke the curse. All the curses in the sea, and Will Turner comes back. But the tag scene, Davy Jones is still cursed.
Yeah. Zach and I missed the tag scene. What is the tag scene?
I want. Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley are covered in makeup and lying in bed, and
Covered in makeup.
they look way too good. They just do. But anyway, they're lying in bed, and then there's a shadow of some kind of guy that's got like some tentacles for a face.
Wait, what?
And then Orlando Bloom wakes up, and maybe it's a dream, but there's barnacles on the ground. So it's not a dream.
If all of the curses were broken, wouldn't that mean he's normal again?
He died in the third
Well, yeah,
one.
I know, but like,
Even if he's alive, yeah, he would not have.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I mean, I don't mind seeing Bill Nighy again, but I'm just saying.
I don't either, except for the fact that that's like the least thing I want from the. You know what I want from this movie? Now that there's no curses, I want a movie about pirates. Like, what was cool about the first one was there were pirates in it, and yes, there were some skeleton guys.
And they don't have to be undead again.
Right.
For like the sixth time.
What's amazing about the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie isn't skeleton pirates. Like, that's a cool, fun adventure movie, and there's swashbuckling, and there's a romance story, and there's this really fun, Keith Richards-y pirate. Like, that's the great part.
I still think Sparrow has one of the greatest character intros ever.
Oh yeah,
when he's riding into the ship sinking.
And exactly. Like, that's what this movie needs. You need to go to Tortuga, and you need to go have fun jokes about how gross pirates are, and you need some fun.
I was sitting there thinking because they have the whole Trident of Triton thing. Like, why isn't it like an Indiana Jones adventure where they're digging up actual
artifacts,
or things that are actually tied to history?
Yeah.
And so they're uncovering those the Last Crusade, where it's a real puzzle to solve.
And they start doing that because that triangle that they go through actually is a myth. That's a real thing.
Okay.
And so they get it's like I said, they get close, but they're hey, let's make up this trident.
Yeah. Oh, and then the whole his compass thing.
Yeah.
Salazar tells Henry Turner hey, go tell Sparrow that I want to fight him. And then Salazar lucks out, and like simultaneously, Sparrow just throws away his compass. So it has the power to break that whole island curse.
I know.
And then Salazar's like, well, I guess I can go tell him myself. Like,
it's also like that compass has been with him all 5 movies.
Yeah.
You see it all 5 movies.
Right.
It gets taken away from him in a couple of the films.
But he didn't portray it.
Yeah.
I don't know when it became like the Superman of artifacts where it just suddenly has new powers. It's such a cool idea, and then you're like, oh, but it can also throw your worst enemies at you.
Also, her diary, the
Yeah.
print on it is so like machine printed.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know.
Like the font in it is just yeah.
I mean, it's the font they use for the title. Like,
And apparently Barbosa wrote that diary saying
it was Galileo.
Galileo wrote the thing.
Barbosa just had it.
And Barbosa had it
because he wanted her to take the ruby and get money.
Couldn't do it himself.
He was just giving it to No, he wanted her to have some money because I guess at the time he didn't have any.
So she was supposed to pawn the ruby.
Yeah. The idea was that she was supposed to have the ruby as like just a not dowry, but something so she could start a life when she's old enough. But
she kept it and then translated the diary.
Instead, the people who
That
ran
lady's-
her
she's pretty.
foster care.
I think she's actually a good actress. She's
Foster care of the Caribbean.
I'm just saying, like
she's
I'm
in
surprised.
the Maze Runner films as like the main love interest.
None stuff I've never seen.
Hey,
Hey, where's the new one of those?
Oh, that's where she's from.
Yeah, I think she's a good actress.
Yeah.
She's not great here. Yeah, yeah.
That movie's delayed.
Yeah,
that movie's never coming out.
What is that guy? Is he okay?
Oh, he's good now.
I haven't heard anything like
They gave him a robotic leg. He's all right.
He has a long road of recovery.
I mean,
Not
he was in
anything.
like Deepwater Horizon.
Was he?
Yeah, he's been in, he's good. He's been in a lot of stuff.
So are they releasing? They have to be releasing that next year, right?
I don't know.
I think
they halted production, and I don't know if they even started it back up yet.
I think they did. There's been a lot of talk about it lately. So.
Supposed to be like the final one, I think.
Well, they're splitting the final one, I think, into 4.
All right.
If they can make their money back.
Now it's derailed.
I honestly, I really like the Maze Runner films. I don't think they're going to make the next one.
Nope.
I think they're going to scrap it. So,
but yeah,
next week on Real Nerds Podcast is the movie I'm most curious about. We're seeing Wonder Woman.
Oh shit, that's next week.
Yeah.
For your
Wow.
rights, Wonder Woman. I hope it's good. I hear as long as it's if what people are saying is true, that would be amazing.
But you don't believe other people, do you?
I will say I'm still pretty skeptical. But
I can't wait to see Henry's because he saw.
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it.
No, I'm saying I can't wait till next week when
I see it and
right
see
when
if,
when
like, I
Henry
like
sees it for the first time.
Okay.
All right.
So if I get sued, I'm gonna
I meant compare it to the TV show. Sorry.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Oh wait, before we go, is
Fuck.
Zach going to get his tacos next week?
Yeah, I guess.
I wasn't sure if we're going to do it this week or not.
I
so.
think,
They haven't-
I think
the
we
final
should,
numbers
I
aren't
don't
till
think Zach
Tuesday.
should get tacos because he doesn't even play.
All right, so
Yeah.
James, you're going to get tacos next week.
Well, he barely played too.
Fucking tacos! It doesn't matter. It's much more fun to punish me. So.
That's true.
Maybe you won't get tacos. Maybe you'll get like something worse.
You get spotted dick. I know, some English dessert.
Just give me give me dog shit in a bag. Like,
Can I
let's
re-
call it what it is.
Can I request
go classic or go home?
Can I request some naked chicken nachos? It's the new thing from Taco Bell. It's
Yeah.
basically nachos, but they're made out of chicken nuggets.
Oh, you mean a chicken
Or whatever
nugget
they
with
make-
cheese sauce?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Or
I'll
whatever
get
they
you
make
some
processed
chicken nuggets
chicken
from
out of.
McDonald's, and I'll
And
get you some
flatten it.
cheese sauce from the gas
Just
station.
fade out
It's
of
not
this.
as good. I
Like,
know.
you don't
I've-
even need
no,
this.
it's the
turning
same
inside out
goddamn
right
thing,
now.
James.
I've eaten it 3 times.
Ah, God.
They're disgusting.
Well, next week find James in the hospital.
That's where the cootie
His
outbreak
kidneys failed.
starts.
Cool.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Real Nerds Podcast is a Nebulous Visions multimedia production. The Real Nerds would like to thank the Alamo Draft House in Littleton and now open in Sloan's Lake. We also would like to thank Colorado Coins, Cards, and Comics, especially Andrew. Our music has been brought to you by Sparks Mandrill and Plan 9 Studios. And of course, thanks to James's mother, our most loyal listener. Have a nice day.